Ooh.
I think it's frozen.
Oh.
Did it work? Well, maybe we're live and we don't. Oh, we are live. Look at that.
We are live. I think we're just sitting very, very still.
Yeah, well, it's frozen on here. It's definitely frozen on here.
Oh, it's totally frozen on there.
See, look, I can't even.
That's so weird.
Son of a bitch. Hey, everybody. What's up?
Howdy.
Welcome to, what is today? The 16th?
It is the 16th.
Is it March already?
It's May.
It's May?
It's May 16th.
Oh, my God.
How'd that happen?
Did we just start this year?
I think so, but, a couple months ago.
I'm not a fan of this time traveling thing. I only actually sleep so I can time travel.
I mean, I kind of figured you would get like a DeLorean or something.
No, I like to go to sleep and then wake up hours later so I can feel I'm closer to death. You know what I'm saying?
Sense.
Like, I'm like, you know what? I don't need the next 8 to 10, 12 hours.
Like, this is like boring. Just fast forward through the commercials,
Yeah.
basically.
I go to sleep and 12 hours later, I wake up, like a normal person.
Yeah, you're just fast forwarding through the commercials.
When I was younger, my brother and I, if we were like traveling to Florida, right? When we were younger, not when we were older. Because if we were older and what I'm about to say, we would have crashed. But when we were younger and our parents would drive, we would just sleep. We would go to sleep. So then, like, it would be like we were time traveling through the travel to Florida and from New York. So before we knew it.
So it was instant travel.
Yeah, my dad's like, yeah, it takes about 23 hours. 23. It felt like fucking 30 minutes.
See, you had like the life hack for that one.
Yeah, we have. It doesn't work as much when you're an adult and you're the one driving.
I mean, that does make sense.
Anyway. All right, so today's show is do as I say, don't do as I do. When actions speak louder than words. What does that mean to you, JD?
It means that your actions, no matter what you say, are going to be more impactful to someone than what you say to them.
Why is that?
Because they're watching you do something.
Did you know there's an actual scientific term for that?
Oh, what is the scientific term?
We're going to get to that today.
Oh, I'm going to learn something.
Yes, you are. I only recently learned this when I was a child.
Wait, so you're still a child?
Yes, I'm always a child.
I am a child of 3,000, yes.
What is do as I say, don't do as I do?
It's usually what my mother would tell me.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny. I live by this statement. I don't care enough to do the things that other people want to do, but I know how to do them, so I teach people how to do them. But like can you turn the thing I hear in my headphones?
Let me turn the thing.
Thanks. When people are like, hey, I want to be successful, I'm already successful doing what I do. I'm happy in my life. When I want to do more, I just do more. But as far as the saying goes, I'm not constantly trying to be a celebrity or be famous or be like everybody knows who I am. Like, I'm not trying to do that, but I know how to do that. I've gotten there and I left that world, and so that's why I do as I say, don't do as I do.
Now you just want to live life in your shorts, your pajamas, and your slippers.
Yeah. But that statement is actually the opposite of when actions speak louder than words. Because do as I say, just because I'm not doing it, even though I'm teaching it, doesn't mean that I don't believe it'll work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to do what I teach. I just have to teach what it is I know how to do.
Correct.
All right? Like a good swimming coach, they don't have to be able to swim to teach how to swim, right?
Yeah. How often do you actually see the coach actually in the water swimming?
I know. They may have never even swum. But like, they might be excellent coaches. They might know what it takes to train to be a great swimmer.
But they themselves may not have been a great swimmer
or a swimmer at all.
Ooh.
There are case studies of that.
A crippling fear of water.
Anyway, so 1 second.
I'm 1 second.
Because I don't have it spelled up there. I want
to.
Calm down.
I'm excited. I'm about to be schooled and educated on something about swimming.
I just want it on the screen, so I don't want to. All right. So, have you ever heard of small penis syndrome?
Funny story.
Yeah, I hear it every night when you're jerking. All right. So, cognitive dissonance. Do you know what that is?
I do not know what cognitive dissonance is.
Do you know what dissonance is?
When things are not pretty sounding.
Yeah. They're not reflecting what we're seeing, right? So, what's cognitive? Thought. So what do you think combined they might mean?
There is some sort of disassociation or disconnection between thought and action.
Exactly. So that's pretty good.
I deduced.
You deduced. All right. The long-term analogy is CD, or cognitive dissonance, occurs when a person holds contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values, and is typically experienced as psychological stress when the participant in an action that goes against one or more of them being the belief, ideas, or values. The simple term of it is the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. So, for example, I could tell you I'm happy, but I could be representing anger, and then the other way, I could show anger, but actually be happy, and that would be cognitive dissonance. You don't necessarily have to have this as a syndrome, but people do this. Have you ever met any?
Yes.
Can you tell me one of your experiences?
I have a question though.
Sure.
Is this where someone is genuinely feeling those things and they're just naturally reacting a certain way, or is it they feel a certain way and so their actions are portraying that thing, but then they're lying and saying what the opposite?
Cognitive dissonance is when you have a thought, a belief, or an attitude. Like you truly, like, I believe in not hitting people, and then your first choice is, let's say, fighting to stop something. That would be cognitive dissonance. So that's why, like, when we were talking about the rape culture, I think last show or the show,
yeah, last week,
I was laughing so hard because you're saying I don't believe in violence,
but then I would intervene,
which is cognitive dissonance. Because you're saying one thing, you have like a belief, but the way you behave is not consistent with that belief. Isn't that interesting?
It's very interesting.
Do you see why I flip out when people talk to me? Because I see them saying stuff, but I also see them doing not that. But there is a difference by saying, like, I dated this girl, unfortunately, for quite some time. And
sorry.
She'd always be like, how come you don't do what you teach? You know, you tell people they should be doing this, 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 and this, but you don't do it. I go, because I don't have to do it. They want a very specific outcome.
So you're teaching that outcome.
Yeah, I don't need that outcome.
Nor do you want that outcome.
Yeah, like I don't want to be a successful actor. I want to act, but I don't want to be a successful actor. In fact, I make my own things so I can act, and I don't have to rely on. I don't need to be Brad Pitt. But some of these people who want to be actors want to be like the next
Brad Pitt,
you know, or you know, whatever, any great actress, you know. But like, she used to always throw that at me, and she used to say things like, you know, you're not being truthful. Like, I am being truthful. I do not have to do what I teach. I just have to do what it is I believe. So if I say I am a certain way, I have to do that. But if I tell you how to do something, I don't have to do that. Right?
The majority of teachers.
Yeah. How many teachers, you know, like, hey, to be a great carpenter, you got to do this. Well, you're not a carpenter. Well, I carpent, but I am not a professional. I don't go out and
carpent for people.
Yeah, I like doing it in my own house. Well, no, you're telling us how to do it for a living. Yeah, you could literally take these same skills
and do that.
Anyway, so yeah, but like you can have a want or a desire or an intention to do something, but that isn't necessarily true to the action.
So it's like, say, hypothetically, it's like,
I just did
like an acting teacher.
Okay,
knows how to act, but they are not necessarily going out and becoming, you know, the next big Brad Pitt.
That wouldn't be cognizant. That would not be cognizant dissonance. And the reason,
no, I'm saying that would be similar to what you would.
Oh yeah, like yeah, but I moved on. I moved forward.
Well, sorry,
I moved forward.
I kept this back.
We went back without wanting to. Going back. No. Going forward.
Going sideways.
We did go sideways.
Diagonally.
I'm saying you can have a want or desire, or you could have true intentions, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your physical actions are not. If your physical actions are not condoning the truth in what your intentions, desire, or wants are, that's cognitive dissonance.
That makes sense.
So if you go, I want to do this, but you're not doing it,
that's cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, which it's not that the person is a liar. It just means it's actually, if I remember correctly, it's formed through anxiety.
Because there's a thought process that says you want to do something, but then the brain, for whatever reason, gets in the way of you actually fulfilling that desire that you have. Correct?
Yeah, but it also creates bad behavior choices. For example, cutting corners. Like if you cut a corner, you're allowing the anxiety to dictate your control. So if you agree to doing it A, B, and C, but then something's making it so you can't start with A, and you go, you know what?
Let's do B and C.
I'll just do B and C. You are now choosing to do it wrong,
which makes sense.
and then you can't learn because you didn't do A. Have you ever heard of anyone doing this?
Yes.
Can you give me some examples?
Me.
All right. Why it can often feel so uncomfortable and unpleasant. Dealing with dissonance, cognitive dissonance, when there are conflicts between cognitions, thoughts, beliefs, opinions, people will take steps to. Let's see what this is. So this causes like confusion, convoluted conversations. And you know what? Sometimes in these situations, people who are actually performing a cognitive dissonance will believe they are right because they believe their intentions. They believe their wants. So they don't believe their actions are their truth. How can that be true if I believe this? Right? It's like if I shoot somebody and I'm like, I didn't want to shoot them, but you did shoot them. But I didn't want to shoot them. Not wanting to shoot them has nothing to do with you shot them. Yeah, but I didn't want to shoot them.
Those are two different things.
Those are two different things, right? So it creates conflict. Here's an example, like the smoking thing. Like my father used to say he quit smoking, and he would act like he wasn't smoking.
But then he was smoking.
But he was actually smoking.
Interesting.
And that would be,
But then your dad actually quit smoking at one point. The doctor's like, "Please go back to smoking, or you're gonna."
Yeah,
die.
he almost died. He had a response
smoking.
to it. Yeah, because he had been smoking for so long.
So technically, smoking saved your dad's life.
Yeah, he wouldn't have smoked though if it wasn't for Vietnam. That's the only reason he ended up smoking, because everyone smoked in Vietnam.
And they were just like, "Here, have cigarettes."
Well, yeah, they would give you cigarettes and beer. And my dad wasn't, he drank a lot. So. The term cognitive dissonance is used to describe the mental discomfort that results from holding two conflicting beliefs, values, or attitudes. People tend to seek consistency in their attitudes and perceptions. This is very important. So this conflict causes feelings of unease or discomfort. For example, yeah, I'm not smoking, but you are smoking. Yeah, but I don't want you to think I am smoking, which is the conflict or the perception. You don't want your perception to come off, say, wrong or inaccurate or bad, or which I think I talk to you this often, where it doesn't matter if you are wrong. It doesn't matter if you didn't do it right. It doesn't, none of that matters. We place the matter on us.
What matters is that you say you're going to do something and then you do it. Or if you have a belief in something, you follow through with that belief. As long as you're not hurting anybody.
But it makes you, that creates confidence. But confidence with people in you. So if you say you're going to do something, you do it, confidence is created. But also, more importantly, we will change the narrative if we're creating cognitive dissonance, because we don't want to appear weak, wrong, unfit. And who does? Who really want? It's like
nobody wants.
I'm wrong. Who wants to be? It's like me when I'm wrong. It's I take. What do? Yes. Right?
Which almost never happens, but yes.
Yeah. But, well, it's because I've been wrong so many times in my youth that I had to work to know what I talk about. And now I like to know what I talk about before I just talk about something. There's a difference, but there is sometimes I'll talk loosely about subjects I don't really know a lot about, but I won't go deeper into a belief, if that makes sense.
Correct.
Like I might talk about what I know, but not what my belief of the subject is if I don't understand it.
Or if you just don't want to bring up your belief.
No, meaning I won't have a stance on it. I can't have a stance on it. If I don't know
information.
You don't have enough information. Which you and I get into those conversations all the time. I'm like, your stance is insane. And you're like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just so absolute. How is it absolute? And then I think it's funny because then you come over to my side and you're like, no, you know what? Now I believe what you're saying. I get why you're saying it. I agree with you. And it's like, that's cognitive dissonance in work. Why?
Because it is two opposing thoughts going on in somebody's head.
No, it's because you're taking your absolute stance, so you aren't wrong. But this is the crazy part: you are wrong.
I thought cognitive dissonance was having two opposing viewpoints.
It is but it's yours. The thing is, you believe you are right, but you are actually wrong. So in cognitive dissonance, you may believe your ideal, you may believe your motivations, you may believe your wants, but your behavior
dictates something completely different.
Yeah. So in this situation, if you go, it's this, right? But it has to be like if it's an absolute, right? And you're like, but you are wrong in your absolute, and then it works out, and then you're like, oh, all right, I guess I changed my opinion. Like I guess I changed the thought. That entire time was an example of cognitive dissonance, because there is something inside you that is saying you are right, but it's an absolute. So there's no way you can be right. There's no wiggle room. And absolutes are based on anxiety and depression and a couple other mental health issues. We create like I said, but absolutes don't make any sense. Like someone saying gravity is this it's an insane thought. Why?
Mainly because we don't know exactly what gravity is, other than it is gravity.
It is gravity. If we look at it and we go, that is a car. What?
I said that's heavy.
That's. Did you weigh that out, or you just threw it up?
It's a little bit of balancing.
Yeah, no, it fell down. It was about. Like there are some things that are absolutes, like that is like this is a computer, right?
Yeah.
But we're not arguing
this is
a philosophy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So we're not saying the philosophy of whether or not the computer is good, or whether or not the computer is bad.
Yeah, if I go,
we're just saying it is a computer.
All Dell computers are the best. That's an insane thought.
That is an absolute that has no grounding in fact.
That's right. And then once you take a stance on that is an absolute truth to you, you are creating a cognitive dissonance because your belief is wrong. And you take the stance, the behavior of it being right. And then the moment you agree that it is no longer right because someone disproved it, you have created the cognitive, you know what I'm saying? You have fulfilled the cognitive dissonance.
Interesting.
You stood by a behavior and an ideal that you knew couldn't be true, but but because you said it, you had to make it true. You had to make it, not you, I'm just saying the royal.
Yeah, the royal, overall, general.
Yeah, like, well, I can't be wrong. And that's the cognitive dissonance. The perception is I don't want to be wrong.
And one of the lessons that you teach a lot is it's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong. It's also okay to admit you are wrong. Which are two different things.
Yes.
Being wrong and admitting you are wrong are two different things.
Because being wrong is either you are or you are not.
Yeah.
And then admitting you're wrong is going, all right, I was wrong.
Yeah. Because some people, and by some I mean the majority of society, are always trying to prove their value. Right?
Yes.
Which is bad. That's a bad habit of behavior. Why?
That is a very bad habit of behavior because it does not show confidence, and then it creates a lot of tension in any interaction you're having with other people.
It's not your job to prove value.
It is my job to just
be true to yourself, and others will see the value in you. It's the same theory of someone going, hey, you shouldn't drink, right? It's not my job to tell someone not to drink. It's my job to choose not to drink because I don't want to. And if somebody, which has happened in my life, where people go, it's been inspiring that you don't drink or do drugs or smoke and you haven't your entire life. And then they make a conscious decision to not drink. That is different. Why? Because they're making the choice. They're being inspired by your actions, which is the only right I have in this world against someone else, is to be available for them to see whatever they want to see in me and be inspired or whatever, But if you're trying to inspire people, that is cognitive dissonance. Why?
Because that is having an agenda and not living truthfully to who you are.
Because you're creating a perception that is not true. You're purposefully doing things to manipulate somebody. So your actions aren't right, because if you're acting a certain way to inspire, that's not really what your true belief is. Your belief is, well, I want to, there's like a mislead there. So also, if you're feeling uncomfortable before doing something or making a decision, that's a sense of cognitive dissonance, right? Because like you have this feeling, right? So feeling uncomfortable before doing something or making a decision, it's going against what you feel. So if you don't want to do something but you end up doing it, that's a form of cognitive dissonance. There are multiple versions of, there's different. It's not just one thing, but it's whenever an action and the internal and the external
Do not match.
conflict. Yeah. Trying to justify or rationalize a decision
A decision?
that you've made or an action you've taken. Do you know anyone who does that?
Cheers.
1 second. Okay. let's get this on tape. Let's see your reactions. Your micro what is it? Micro expressions.
So there.
The things you're not. No. Like if you're angry at somebody, sometimes you'll squint, but it's not something you notice consciously.
Do I squint when I'm angry?
No, not squint. Like your face.
Oh, they get like scrunchy.
Like like this.
What do I do when I'm angry?
You shut off, which is the funniest thing though.
Like, is that the only thing?
Yeah,
like,
it's unhealthy too.
Like,
sometimes you'll throw out like a loud like "f you" to me, and I'll just be like, "Oh, that was cute."
Wait, have I ever actually cursed at you?
Yeah, you did. Well, it was cursing.
Have I ever cursed at you not in a joking way?
Yes. No. Just yesterday you did it. You're like, you weren't cursing at me. You were cursing in a conversation with me through anger to make a point. You're like, that's why I fucking. And I was just like, oh, he's so cute. He's growing up. He's a big boy. Anyway, feeling embarrassed or ashamed about something you've done and trying to hide your actions from other people. You feel you haven't done that?
Yes.
See, that's cognitive dissonance. All right. Experiencing guilt or regret about something you've done in the past.
Yes.
See, I don't experience that anymore.
Because you just go and
I don't care.
Live truthfully to who you are and don't let anything.
Well, I don't regret anything I did because I've learned from everything I've done, even the bad stuff, because I learned not to want to do that. I've learned the feeling of this doesn't feel right to me. I don't like fighting, so I'm not going to fight. I don't like guns, so I'm going to stop using guns. So like, why would I regret that I used to shoot guns?
I suppose you would.
It took a while to get to that point, and then the guilt. I don't have guilt, All right. Doing things because of social pressure or a fear of missing out, FOMO, which, by the way, is a marketing psychology.
Excuse me.
Even if it wasn't something you wanted to do. I do that. I used to do that all the time. I used to go to shows all the time.
I'm like,
I don't like going to shows. It's not my thing.
Which is weird because at one point you were, a performer. Did you not like going to shows while you were in Tenebra? Or did you?
No, because I got partially paralyzed from a big show that I went to, and then I was like, I don't see the point of going to shows anymore because like I don't enjoy it. I'm standing in a crowd, it's really loud. It's the only time people decide that's when they need to talk to me about everything. So now they're screaming in my ear.
You're like, I just want to watch this show.
I don't even want to watch the show.
That's funny.
Every show that I've ever enjoyed going to, I was backstage. I didn't even see the show. I just was hanging out with people, and it was in a place where I can actually have conversations and stuff. I like experiencing people. I don't need to watch people play guitar. If I wanted to, I'll get the live recording. Well, it's not the same thing. Well, yeah, but
I won't get paralyzed.
I won't get paralyzed. I won't get smelly from people's sweat. I won't.
It's probably cheaper than the ticket.
Yeah, the ear won't be blasted. Hey man, what? Yes, and then you just start agreeing. Yeah, yeah, buddy. And they feel, and then they feel accepted, and you're like, this idiot. This guy's an idiot. All right, the causes.
Ooh, what causes?
Forced compliance. Sometimes you might find yourself engaging in behaviors that are opposed to your own beliefs due to external expectations, often for work, school, or social situations. This might involve going along with something due to peer pressure or doing something at work to avoid getting fired. Yeah, I guess that's why I got fired.
Like, I don't want to do this.
I have such strong beliefs for myself that like it's just like I get into arguments with people that are trying to make me drink, and I don't mean asking me to drink. There's a certain, if they go, "Hey, do you want to drink?" That's them asking. But once it gets into, it's just try it. Like you don't want to go your whole life without not drinking.
And then
yes, I do.
Specifically, yes, I
yeah,
do.
that's why I said I don't want to drink. Yeah, but if you try it, you might like it. You know what? If you suck my dick, you might like it. So you should at least one time try it without biting. Nah, man, I ain't gay. Who said anything about being gay? Performing fellatio, a man performing fellatio on another man is not gay. You have no emotion towards me. You're not attracted to me. You're going to just have to work through it. Just like I would have to work through that beer.
Or wine.
Or wine or anything.
Or whiskey.
Or whiskey. No one drinks whiskey. It evaporates in your mouth.
Like scotch.
See? You didn't think I knew that, did you?
I did not know that you knew that. But it does not surprise me that you do.
Do you know why I know so much about alcohol?
Alcoholism?
No, because I chose not to drink it.
I mean, that makes sense.
And now it's like someone telling me the Mets are better than the Yankees. And I could disprove that just by saying one thing. They're not the Yankees. But I could back that statement up, you know?
Because you have data.
My favorite is, well, the Yankees have been around longer. All right, let's just go from when the Mets started on. The Mets still only won 2 World Series.
How many did the Yankees win?
Far too many to put onto 2 hands. I would literally need your hands to finish the count. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
There was one year they won like 4 years in a row.
Yeah, Mets suck.
Yeah, Mets do suck. And you know what's crazy? People come from the Mets and go to the Yankees and be good. And then there's people that go from the Yankees to the Mets and they suck. Like Darryl Strawberry. To be fair, though, he was obsessed with drugs and something. Anyway, so decisions. People make decisions, both large and small, small decisions create behavior patterns. Right? I feel personally, through my study of human behavior, the small actions are more dangerous to the behavioral pattern than large actions. Why?
Because the small patterns add up and are more frequent and are in daily life, so that they cement the habit.
Yeah,
which lead to the decision to make those bigger decisions.
Well, like let's say you lied to me. Like let's say I was like, "Hey, man, were you hanging out with so and so?" And you said no, and then it turned out to be true. To me, that's a large lie, right?
It is.
But
why would you hide that?
But if you're just telling little lies, like
Smurfs,
like Smurfs, no, like a little lie might be like, "Hey, man, do you got a pen over there?" No, I don't have a pen, but you have like 3. You just don't want me to use it. Like that is a little lie to me, and it's also acceptable. But the problem is if that continues to happen, you're a liar because you're not confident. You're not a strong individual. Why? Instead of saying, I don't want you to use my pencils, you're choosing
to lie about it,
which creates cognitive dissonance because you're trying to create the perception that you don't have it because you don't want to be perceived as somebody that's rude by saying, I don't want you to use my pens. You would rather lie, not you, the royal you would rather lie than just express their feelings. You know?
Which is not good.
It's not good. If your want
That's also how you get ulcers.
But the truth is, like, if your want is, I just don't want someone to use my pencil, like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Especially, like, someone who's, got a germ phobia. It's like, don't touch my stuff.
Yeah, well, please don't touch my stuff. Don't lick my microphone ever again. All right. Once it show. Oh, okay. So, decisions. People make decisions both large and small on a daily basis. When faced with 2 similar choices, people often are left with feelings of dissonance because both options are equally appealing. Once a choice has been made, however, people need to find a way to reduce these feelings of discomfort. People accomplish this by justifying why their choice was the best option so that they can believe that they made their... All right, so this comes down to the having a stance on something. Once you make that choice, you just have to make sure that that was the best choice. So you have a stance on that choice. Why do you use a Mac computer? You stand by that choice. Oh, it's a Mac computer. It's the one, there's nothing wrong with a Mac computer. Your Macs are the best. PCs suck, right? That's like if you had a choice, like which one do you want? Do you want the PC or the Mac? And if you go with the Mac, now you have to believe the Mac was the better choice. Doesn't mean it is the better choice.
It just means that it's the preferred choice.
Yeah, I mean Mac is definitely not the better choice, but like and only because the evidence proves that PCs are better. That makes it not cognitive dissonance. Why?
Because there's statistical, scientific, hard data.
I can literally show data that makes a PC a million times better just on several things. One being cost. One will be upgradability. Like you can upgrade it easier. Like maintenance.
Twinkle.
Maintenance is a lot easier on a PC than it is on a Mac.
That is 100% true.
See? So that automatically makes the PC better. Why?
Because you can.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
It may not make it better as in like its speed, but we're not talking about speed. We're just talking about
overall
usability. Yeah, usability. Yeah. All right, influence. Ooh, the degree of dissonance people experience can depend on.
Is it Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Both.
Okay. Kelvin?
This is JD's last show. The degree of people okay. The degree of dissonance people experience can depend on a few different factors, including how highly they value a particular belief and the degree to which their beliefs are inconsistent. We talked about this the last couple of times.
We did.
The value of behavior determines the truth of your desire. Right? So if you desire to do something and you don't do it, the value of that behavior dictates the truth in your desire. Right? So yes. I will watch the dog. I will keep my eyes on the dog. Can you keep the eye on the dog? Yes. And then you have headphones and listening to your music in a different room. Would that be if that person?
That is not the same thing as keeping an eye on the dog.
Okay. So that would be an example. Right? That would be where the value of behavior has dictate the value of the truth, which is the truth is that person didn't care about. They just absolutely. See you later. Get out of here. That's what that means.
Goodbye.
Even though me saying that's what that means, the person themselves might not feel that's what it means, but that doesn't mean they're right. And the reason is because of cognitive dissonance. You don't want to be perceived, not you, but the real. You don't want to be perceived
as wrong.
I was watching the dog. You literally did not have your eyes in the same room,
and headphones.
And headphones on. There's no way you watch. Even if you didn't have headphones on, you couldn't be watching the dog. Why?
Because they don't have the sixth sense to understand what's going on.
Watching the dog also doesn't mean to look at the dog. It just means to pay attention to the dog. It means to be very conscious of the dog. And you can't be kind of conscious to a dog because now you're not watching the dog.
Yeah, because a dog is a dog.
When parents are told to watch their children, it doesn't mean to read a book.
It means literally watch the child.
Yeah, be there and watch them. Okay, they're doing good. They're doing good. Okay, they laid down. That doesn't mean I can stop.
It means you got to watch the child.
Yeah. Anyway, so the overall strength of dissonance can also be influenced by several factors, including the importance attached to each belief, cognitions that are more personal, such as beliefs about the self, and highly valued tend to result in greater dissonance. I'll move on in a second. I've talked to you about this. So, for example, let's say you knew somebody that was working with somebody else and made a conscious decision to work with them equally, right? Yes. But then that person only focuses on their stuff with more time and consistency. That's cognitive dissonance behavior.
That is.
Because what you're saying is not proving the actions, and the actions are not proving what the person is saying. Why?
Because the physical proof is saying the opposite of what the person is verbally saying.
Yeah, no matter what that person says now to justify the behavior, every instance is cognitive dissonance because it's about protecting the perception. So, yeah, but I wanted to wait for your approval, or I wanted to wait. All that is cognitive dissonance. What do I call it though?
Bullshit.
I would say it's making excuses, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's exclusive behavior. But it is now I'm very aware, as you're seeing, of cognitive dissonance.
You are.
And that's when my BS meter goes off. Because if the words do not match the behavior, it can't be true. It could be true you are feeling that thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's true that you did it.
Well, yeah, because
You didn't,
yeah,
right? Isn't that crazy?
that is crazy.
And you think I can't read people?
But you don't have your glasses on.
That's why I find it's funny. And JD agree with this. He's seen me do it to a lot of people. And where I tell people what they're actually feeling and thinking and their motivations, and they tell me I'm wrong, and then I have to do what I call the Tom, and basically I work the person backwards to understanding their behavior, which is crazy because I do that in a split second, but it could take me up to an hour to reverse engineer the behavior.
The
But
instant knowledge.
yeah, like believe it or not, like what you're doing right now tells me there's anxiety is influencing you.
Yes.
But I can also break that down. Like I could explain why it is anxiety. I could explain why the tension of this conversation is creating maybe a slight warmth in your skin, or that you're feeling responsible for certain. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't have to tell me that.
It just comes through.
I just know. I don't know how I know your temperature though, but you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like, it's just funny when you've seen people say, "There's no way. That's not what I was thinking. This is what I was thinking." I go, "Yes, you could be thinking that, but that doesn't mean it is true." Like you could be thinking like, "I want to do the right thing," but it's not. It doesn't mean it's true. Why does it mean it's not true?
Because they did not do the right thing.
Because they did not do the right thing. So that's why I always find it funny when people's they're just going on and on and on. Like everything you're saying is not true. It can't be true. Because if someone says, "I'm going to go fill up your car when I'm done using it," and then they come home and they didn't fill up the car,
that they didn't do.
They weren't going to fill up the car. Even though they said they wanted to.
They didn't.
They didn't want to. Because what would they have done?
They would have
filled up the car. But what happened, what this is talking about? Yeah. So cognitions that are more personal, such as beliefs about the self and highly valued, tend to result in greater dissonance. So in this situation, if I really wanted to fill up the car when I was done with it, it would be something important to me if that was my car. But because I'm borrowing the car, it's actually not important to me based on my actions of not filling up the car, even though I said it was, which is cognitive dissonance. But it's pattern training. So what that's saying is, whatever that person says, now what can I do? Not believe them. But it doesn't mean that they're not always telling a lie. It just means I cannot believe them. Why?
Because you don't know if what they're saying or not is the truth or a lie.
Or they're gonna fulfill their request or their desire. Right? They're unreliable. Right? But that doesn't mean they are being unreliable. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone lies to you, it doesn't make them a liar. But now I have to believe they are a liar to trust that I can't believe what they say.
Which makes sense.
Right? But anyway. But this is like like when you post on your stuff, you put more time, like you comment with your profile way more than anything else, and you know, like if you see something of value, you'll comment with the JD brand instead of the BBR brand, you know?
Yes.
Right? That's because you have a greater belief in the stuff that you care about than what is the thing you agreed about. Right? So you agreed to care about BBR, but you didn't really care. You don't really care about BBR. You just agreed to care about it. But the behavior shows what?
The behavior shows that what I said, it's not matching what I'm doing.
Yeah, so it makes it not true. It's true you said it, but it can't be true that you believe it. Why?
Because it is coming through that through my actions that I am not following through with what I said.
It's not even coming through. It is the truth. Becomes the truth. If you say you're not going to hit a woman,
and then
you keep hitting her, you can't say it's coming through. That no, you don't really believe what you said. You don't care about what you said. Because if you cared about what you said, there's a difference from saying, I'm going to put my time and effort into A, and then I'm going to put my time into A because it's important. Let's make this thing happen. and then you put a lot of time into B and C. That means what you said is no longer true, right? And not just sometime, but I mean like the value of return on B and C is greater than the value of A, which means A was not important, right? But then there's this. I will help you with A, but I can't put a lot of time into it because I want to focus on these things. And then that same exact behavior becomes true now. Why?
Because that would be
what happened.
Yeah.
It would be the actual intention. So we talk about this, the want and intention. The want is what you really want to do, right? You know, like, you know, you're like, yeah, I want to help you. That's what I really want to help you. Mm-hmm. Right? But the intention is what?
Whatever ends up being true.
What ends up being true, you know? Oh, it's
whatever ends up physically happening.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it looks like your real intentions was to do this thing. Yeah, but that's not true because I wanted to do this. But you literally did not do it. And what does that become?
A lie.
Cognitive dissonance. Because you are saying one thing, but you are doing another. And the reason is because you have more, according to influence, you have more value, which we talked about that, placed into the other thing than you do the thing you agreed to. Right? Not you, just the royal you.
The royal you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So none of this is about JD except for, okay. All right. This is not about his third girlfriend from second grade. This is not about. I didn't have a girlfriend from second grade.
Listen, don't talk about Tiffany.
She was always at the mall because she did the tour in the malls. Tiffany.
What?
The singer Tiffany, the redhead. She did like a. Oh yeah, you were too young. The number of dissonant beliefs, the more dissonant clashing thoughts you have, the greater the strength of the dissonance. Oh, that's true. So the more you continue the behavioral pattern, the more true the behavioral pattern is. So, for example, if you're always trying to make excuses then, to add value to your perception or the perception that you want to portray,
one will always continue to make excuses.
Yeah. The only way, how do you change that though?
By not making excuses.
No. Incorrect. By choosing to change behavior. But that doesn't mean not doing the other thing. It means choosing to be honest. It means choosing to say your true intentions. There is a big difference in that thought process. One changes the brain. The other one, you're just saying, well, I won't do it anymore. But that's not a truth. I won't do it anymore is not a choice to do something else.
I see what you're saying. You're saying focus on physically doing something else, not doing something.
Correct. Because now you're actually trying to change your brain. You know, all right, I am going to do this.
You're also saying focusing on the negative. Well, not necessarily. You've said this before. Focusing on a negative tells your brain to do literally the opposite.
Yeah, yeah.
When focusing on an affirmative and a positive will force the brain to focus on the thing that you're actually saying.
Correct. If you say don't forget, you'll forget.
If you say remember.
But if you say remember.
You will not forget.
Correct. What were we talking about? All right. Impact. Oh, here you go. I'm looking at this list and it's literally you.
Aw.
But it's not you. This is the royal you. Impact. Cognitive dissonance can make people feel uneasy and uncomfortable, of course. You see what it does to me.
Yep.
Not when you're doing it, but when other people.
In general.
Yeah, in general, when I flip out. Particularly in the, because I feel like I'm being fucked with when people do it to me. I'm like, you have to know you're not telling the truth. I am telling the truth, but you're not doing it, but I am telling you the truth. You killed that person. Yes, but I didn't stab them. Yes, you did. Nope. The knife did. So now I know in my head I didn't. And technically their heart stopping killed him. So I didn't really kill. Okay, you're not going to prison. You're going to the nut. Because by the way, all of that is cognitive dissonance. Why?
Because it is someone it's someone talking. It is someone saying the opposite of what actually happened.
No, it's someone trying to prove a different perception so they look better. And they're trying to create excuses to validate their position, their stance.
Gotcha.
And they sound crazy.
They do.
1 second. Okay. What does sounding crazy look like? There it is. All right. Where are we? I'll just read it again. Impact. Cognitive dissonance can make people feel uneasy and uncomfortable, particularly in the disparity between their beliefs and behaviors involves something that is central to their sense of self, right? So their personal values, how you see yourself. I don't want my value to go down, so I'm gonna, for example, behaving in ways that are not aligned with your personal values may result in intense feelings of discomfort. Your behavior contradicts not just the beliefs you have about the world, but also the beliefs that you have about yourself. For example, I don't believe in violence, but if I saw someone raping someone, I'd beat the crap out of them. That's cognitive dissonance.
That is.
Did you know you could also stop them other ways? If your belief is I don't believe in violence, there are other ways, right? Or at least attempts.
You can go, hey, what's going on?
Hey, buddy. So weird thing. I don't think she wants this. Go away. All right, little penis. What'd you say? And then he stands up. And you're like, it's not violent.
It is not violent.
Right? And then she could run away. And then you could run away like a bitch. Okay. So, all right. So discomfort can manifest itself in various ways. Here they are: anxiety, embarrassment, regret, sadness. I shut that off.
I don't have emotions.
Do you ever feel sadness?
Yes.
Okay. Shame?
Yes.
What shame? How about stress?
Wait.
Do you know what?
Shame.
Shame. You ever feel
Shame.
stress?
Every day.
Oh my God. What does that feel like?
Terrible. I don't sleep.
I sleep fine. I just don't get any rest.
How does that even work?
I don't know. I wake up tired. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, good. 12 hours of sleep. You think maybe one of those hours would have did his job? Anyway, cognitive dissonance can influence how people feel about and view themselves, leading to negative feelings of self-esteem and self-worth. Right? Because people want to avoid discomfort, cognitive dissonance can have a wide range of effects. Dissidence can play a role in how people act, think, and make decisions. Oh. They may engage in behaviors or adopt attitudes to help relieve the discomfort caused. So, for example, I learned how to be very funny, but it started off as a defense mechanism.
Which makes sense.
Right? But now I actually like being funny. I like making people laugh. But I don't do it because I'm in an uncomfortable situation.
So if you ever come across someone that like
every day
is not, laughing at your jokes, do you ever just like tickle them to be like, okay, I got
No, I don't need people to laugh at my jokes. Why? Because I don't need their approval. You say I come off confident?
Yeah.
The reason is because I don't give a crap about what people think. That's why I like when people are like, hey, can you stop? You're embarrassing me. No, you're being embarrassed. I am not embarrassing you. Impossible that I am embarrassing you.
They're just feeling embarrassed.
They're feeling embarrassed. It's just that's the truth. It's not like I'm going in them. I've been like,
giggity,
feeling embarrassed. And then I jump out and you're like, damn, you're embarrassing me. No, you feel embarrassed because of me, but I myself am not embarrassing you.
Because you are not, no person is responsible for how another person feels.
Correct. And once you accept that, life changes. Oh, what happened?
What happened?
Oh, it's your computer freezing.
Oh.
Anyway, your computer just shut off.
Oh, yeah, I didn't plug it in.
Huh. All
That's
right.
funny.
Let's move that. Why didn't you plug it in?
I thought I did. But I did not.
If we want to see a natural example of cognitive dissonance,
I forgot.
he thought he plugged it in.
Which means I forgot.
But the behavior is you didn't.
I know. I just acknowledged that I did not
No,
plug it
I'm
in.
explaining it to the audience just in case they don't get it.
Ah.
That's what my job is, to explain.
That's true.
Right?
I'm supposed to be the example.
Well, you don't have to be anything you want. I'm making the show more philosophical so you don't have to think.
Yeah.
I got plenty of philosophicals. How about like Phil Spectrum? He was crazy, wasn't he?
Or Phil Collins.
Phil Collins is wonderful too. I love that drum beat he does in that song. I thought you loved Phil Collins. Yeah, but I don't like his song titles.
Listen, don't forget about Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. All right. Anyway, what does this stuff mean to you?
It means that I personally need to be more aware of my actions.
You know what's funny about that statement?
What?
It's not that you have to be more aware of your actions.
No, it definitely does.
No, you don't have to be. You don't have to change your actions. You have to change your brain. Those are two different things.
Well, then I have to be more aware of. I have to be more vigilant at changing my brain.
There you go. Because being aware doesn't do anything. Like, oh, I did it again. I'm aware. Oh, man, I have it again. I stabbed a motherfucker. That's twice this week. Sorry, Bill.
It's okay.
I tried to be aware of my behavior.
It is really.
I am aware of it, so I'm doing a good job. I'm aware I stabbed you twice in a 1 week. Oh God, I'm getting better.
Baby steps.
Yeah, yeah, baby steps. I was aware quicker the second time than I was. No, you gotta choose to change the brain, right? Gotta be more aware. Gotta be more aware of my behavior. Hey, I'm noticing I'm doing this still. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not changing the brain. See, I say that a lot.
You do.
Changing the brain is.
I think that's like one of your favorite slogans.
It's up there. Actually, believe it or not, I don't make this stuff up. Used to be like the thing I said all the time. So cognitive dissonance is a delusion. Oh, that's a good question. This is somebody listening. Mind delusion. You know what? Let me look that up. Is cognitive before I find it, my opinion is that it is not a delusion because it's a choice to misrepresent. It's a choice because if I remember correctly, a delusion is something you don't control that. It's something that is like innately believed to be real. Am I right on that? A delusion is an innate belief.
Cognitive dissonance theory goes hand in hand with confirmation bias, which is where we seek only those opinions that agree with our own line of thinking. This is why it can be so difficult to get people to change their minds. Basically, cognitive dissonance leads to self-delusion.
Self-delusion, but it itself is not delusion, right? Delusion. How do you spell delusion?
DELUSI.
USI. Yeah, so to answer his specific question, cognitive dissonance itself is not delusional. According to that, it can lead to self-delusion, which means that cognitive dissonance is not delusion.
Yeah, I'm looking up the definition.
It's like, if I...
Delusions are characterized by an unshakable belief in things that are not true, and often there is continued belief in the delusion despite contrary evidence. Not all delusions are the same. Some might involve non-bizarre beliefs that could theoretically occur in real life.
Yeah. So I don't believe they are the same. I don't think they equate to the same thing. I believe cognitive dissonance is the behavior to justify actions and to act against.
Yeah, if I understand how this is being laid out, a delusion is something that where it is what it is, and like you have to actively work to get past it. Whereas a self-delusion is you're inflicting it on yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. And great question, by the way.
That is a very good question.
Yeah, thanks for. I didn't see the comment, and now I'm glad I saw it. It was a mind delusion. I guess this is a. Oh, yep. Twitch.
Ooh,
Twitch.
Is that Leo?
I don't know who. Mind delusion. I don't know if it's Leo, but I think it is Leo, isn't it?
Oh, it's Leo. High five, Leo.
If you are Leo, if you're not, we are delusional.
If you're not Leo, it's still high five.
Yeah, still high five. That's what's going on with delusion? But anyway, that was a good hour subject there.
That was a good hour subject.
Now, why do we bring it up?
Because I aggravate Thomas on a daily basis.
No, that's not why.
Because I say one thing and then definitely don't follow through with what I'm saying.
1 second, I gotta add a new banner.
Banner.
You'll see.
I can't see.
Oh, the JD show.
JD show.
Why do you think I put that up there?
Because I just made it about me.
It was all about you.
JD show.
The reason I brought it up is because we as entrepreneurs who want to achieve a career in a specific field of interest, be it entertainment or open a business or just be someone who's an investor, by creating these cognitive dissonant moments, you're actually devaluing your worth within groups. And it's harder to work with someone you can't rely on because they are unreliable. You can't believe because they're untruthful. So it's important to pay attention to your choices so you can make the decisions to do right by people. And ultimately, that starts with changing your brain to remember that it does not matter what people think of you. Like, it literally doesn't matter. And the reason is because there's people that I knew in like third grade that made fun of me, and I have never seen them again. And you could say I moved around a lot, but I also moved around a lot in the same area. So the chances of me running into them was greater.
They're still high.
Still high. They were probably high most of the time.
In third grade?
They had to have been there from
Something in their
Mastic.
juice box.
Mastic, Mastic Shirley. But the point is, once you start making decisions based on the comfort of other people's opinions of you, you start making choices that reflect you. And what that means is, if you want to be a good person, do what you believe is a good person. Don't do what you believe others think would be a good person. Right?
Live truthfully to who you are.
Yeah. What's this? Let me turn this off. Oh, wait. Let's see what it is. Let's see if
wait.
we can get a funny thing out.
What is this?
Hello?
Hello, this is Crystal Springs.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, we got that.
We're getting some
We're getting some
tomorrow.
Yeah, they just watered this conversation
now.
I was hoping it was like one of those your car warranty.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's just my car warranty.
My favorite is like the Amazon ones, and like, could you just please give us all of your IP address?
Can you please lock us into your computer so we can go through? We have to do it.
Security number?
Wait, you work for Amazon? You can't get to my Amazon account? That's not how we do this. You must not know anything about computers. No, Mr. Singh? What? I gotta go. What was it saying?
Oh, I don't know. We got some.
So, when you can live your truth, like, for example, if you want to be a good person, be good by your standards. And the reason I say that is because we can't please everybody, and it's not our job to please anybody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, when I used to do a comedy more consistently, comedians would be like, oh, you gotta, you didn't make the whole audience laugh. And I was like, yeah, but I made a couple people laugh, and that's important to me. I go, one person laughing for like 30 seconds is more valuable to me than the room laughing for 10 seconds. And the reason is because I found my audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have to change my sense of humor. It doesn't mean don't work the joke.
Yeah. Because there's a difference between going to like an open mic and you have literally a wide array of people with different, preferences in their comedy, and then say doing a show that is all your audience.
Well, yeah, open mic, though, is only comedians, so they're not an audience. They're not even looking at it. They're looking in their phone to work on what jokes do I need to get into my 5 minutes. I got to do 30 jokes in 5 minutes. How am I going to do this? All right, you ready?
There's nothing but punchlines.
So anyway, I was talking to my mom, and I was like, oh, my God, the Mexican. Okay, next joke. Hey, why don't you breathe a little? Don't tell me how to do it. I'm quick. I got good energy. All right. Go sit down, bub. But what I'm saying is, like, you don't chase your audience. In comedy, you don't chase your audience. If that was the case, Dennis Miller.
That is something you've told me in general, like everyone in entertainment. Yeah. You should never, no one in any area should go chasing their audience.
Don't chase your audience. You can never find it.
You could be running through sneakers.
If you want to make the entire audience laugh, I understand that as like a goal. Like, man, I just wish I could make the whole audience laugh. The truth is, you will one day. In fact, if you're a band, one day you'll get all of the audience to like you. It'll be the day that your fan base shows up.
For your show.
For your show. That's why when you go see Louis C.K., everyone's laughing at jokes that if you heard at like an amateur night, you'd be like, oh, why are they talking about this? This is disgusting. Why do I care that he was sitting on the toilet bowl? His daughter walks in and she crapped on the floor. Like, I don't care about that's this. Hey, I wouldn't do that joke. But Louis C.K. does that joke and the whole audience laughs. Because they're there to see Louis C.K.
They don't care what he's saying.
They don't care what well, some do. But it's usually if he shows up to a comedy club then not everyone there is his fan.
Mm.
And then they say, oh, he said something terrible. No, he didn't.
He said a
You
joke,
don't like what he said. You know what I'm saying?
which makes sense.
It's comedy. He's not saying anything to personally be terrible. You know, he's not like, what can I say to be terrible? He's trying to be funny. It may be presented poorly. It may have a bad premise that didn't work out.
Or you just might not like it.
Well, I'm just saying, as from the perspective of the writer,
Mm.
like us as writers, we can have a concept to try to be funny, but the way we represent it might be a poor representation. So then we have to work the joke so it sounds right. But like no comedian is like going up there and going, you know what I'm going to say today? Well, I noticed there's a rabbi, so I'm going to say a lot of Jew-hating jokes. You know, like if you're that person, you probably shouldn't be a comedian because you're an a-hole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not trying to be funny.
You're trying to be
You're trying to be mean, right? So
and those people are not
anyway,
cool.
don't follow your audience. Let your audience find you through your truth in action. Become the value of your words, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean don't do dissonance? No, it's gonna happen. It happens. You know,
People are human.
well, some of us, but like,
Well, I mean, the dog is definitely half human at least.
maybe you.
Where is she?
Where is she? See, that's I'm going to tell you. That's the point. she's at the fourth. You don't start with the head.
I don't care.
That's my penguin impression.
I thought that was Killer Croc.
Oh. I'll give you what you want. That's my impression of some comedian. All right. Anyway, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's. I think it's a lot of very good information. It's a lot of really good points, and I think it's stuff that
I don't need you to praise me.
I know you don't need me to. No, it's
What are
something-
your thoughts on it?
My thoughts are. It's making me think about me and my actions.
Yep.
and
One
things that
second.
I can-
One second. I got this. All right, keep going.
It's, no, it's something. It's stuff that as we're going through this, I definitely show signs of doing a lot of it, and there are things that I could definitely do to make sure that I live more truthfully to who I am and what I believe.
I mean, to be fair, cognitive dissonance is not a bad thing, right? It tells us things. If we're aware of it, it says, I am uncomfortable in this situation. I can feel myself uncomfortable. And then you could say to yourself, what are my ideals, my morals, my missions? What is
You
it
can
I
question why
believe
it is
in?
that you feel uncomfortable in this situation.
Yeah. Am I uncomfortable because I'm about to do something? Like when people try to get me to drink, I don't feel uncomfortable. Why?
Because you know you're not going to drink.
Because I know I'm not. But if I had a drink in my hand and I was like contemplating to drink it, I'd probably be nervous as hell. It was like, this will be the first time I ever put it in me. Like this.
Giggity.
So cognitive dissonance is not a bad thing. It could be very informative to if you listen to your body, if you listen to your mind. What I feel is an issue is when you're not aware of cognitive dissonance and you allow it to you allow your behavior pattern to be the trained go-to, right? But that's the thing. Like if you truly believe in something, why would you go against it? So if you have a stance, and not like a stance like Macs are better than PCs.
Yeah, like if you're like in your very core, you're like, this is my stance on this subject.
Yeah. Yeah, like I wouldn't kill somebody, right? I have a strong stance on it. I would torture them. Which,
Maybe flay them alive and feed them to the dogs.
well, no, because I would kill them.
No.
Oh, I'll keep them alive and just feed parts of them.
Yeah.
That I would do.
Yeah, like was the Hannibal did to Mason Verger.
Yeah, with the pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. I mean, I wouldn't do that, cops. FBI and anyone else listening.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. I'm just saying as a joke. But I know in my heart of hearts I wouldn't kill somebody on purpose. Meaning, like, obviously, if somebody attacked me and we're in a fight and somehow, like,
something happens
something
and
happened
you're
and they died.
defending yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't be trying to kill them. Like, I wouldn't be like, I'd be trying to subdue them so I could torture them. But like, I mean, call the cops. But that's the thing, is like, you have to know what's important to you, and sometimes it's okay to take was not a survey,
A census?
not a census. When you go through your storage,
An inventory.
yeah, you take an inventory. Thanks. You take an inventory of basically your faculties. Like, what is it in your head and your things that are important to you, and just work on it. You're allowed to change them. If you find you enjoy your behavior, but you've been trying to make excuses for your behavior, it's okay to say, you know what? I'm not going to make excuses for my behavior. I'm going to own up to my behavior
And
just choose to be this thing that they are calling me out on. And I'll just, that's who I am, right? Now, it might not be a good idea if like they're calling you out on like smacking people. What? I didn't smack them. You totally hit them. No, I all right. What I went to do is tap them, right? But you wound your arm back. This is the thing. I like to stretch. I like to stretch before I do like one of those love why was your fist closed? You said I slapped him. You ever hear someone talk like that?
Oh, that's really funny.
I hate it. I hate it. You keep changing everything. You know what my problem is, though? I'll be honest with you. I hear words.
Most people hear words?
No. I hear words. I'm not listening for words. I'm hearing the words said. And the words said are very important to me, because if the words said are the opposite of the behavior, I'm very conscious of it. But I'm also not as you called me, a stickler for words. But why say what you said if you don't mean it? Like for example, if you go, I didn't eat your potato salad, right?
But you ate the potato salad.
No. Like, I didn't eat the potato salad. Right? You didn't? No, there's some left in there. I just took maybe 2 bites.
That's eating the potato salad.
Yeah, you just said you did not. I did not eat the potato salad. I didn't. There's some left, and I only took 2 bites. So you ate the potato salad. No, there's still potato salad. But I am hearing you say I didn't eat. So what you're saying is you left the majority of potato salad in there and you only took 2 bites. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. But that's not what you said. Yes, it was. No, you said I didn't eat the potato salad. And then I'm stuck on that for 3 hours trying to prove to them that they're an idiot. You know what that's like.
Yep.
Do you hear that, though? Like, how words is so important to me? Because one means something completely different
I've
than the
definitely
other.
learned over the course of knowing you how important words are.
That's how we communicate. You can't, because I didn't eat the tomato, the potato salad makes you a liar.
Yes.
But saying, oh, I left the majority in there, I only had 2 bites. Oh, okay. I can't argue. How can I argue that?
That is what it is.
Majority of the potato salad's in there. I don't know how many bites you took, but the evidence shows that the majority of the potato salad. Even this. Did you eat my potato salad? I had some. Yeah. I'll accept that. That is an accurate statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest. Like, what's the worst? Yes, I ate it. Well, now I have to kill you. Knives or guns?
Pistols.
And for the point, though,
I kind of want potato salad. I'm just saying.
If you tell someone the truth and they're angry at you for the truth, you have to reevaluate that friendship, or that relationship. Like, if you tell someone the truth and you get attacked for it,
or maybe if you push their grandma down the stairs and then you own up to it, they might have a right to,
Well, did you do it by accident?
No, like if you push
on purpose.
Them,
well,
yes, then they have a right to be angry.
Yeah, but don't lie, knowing that's going to ruin going to end the relationship.
I'm just saying, like if you do something,
just say you did it. I mean, I would call.
Don't push anyone's grandma down the stairs.
Remember when your grandma lost consciousness because I hit her on the head with the rock? What? Funny story. I pushed her down the stairs. Okay, I took the bye. But I think taking what I forget what the term is, but basically
taking responsibility.
Yeah, but there's a term for if you do something, you basically, like a pound, in for a pound, in for an inch, in for a pound, whatever.
Is it in for an inch, in for a mile?
Yeah, but like there's a term for like if I take the punishment, like
Owning up to it?
just take the punishment. I don't know what the term is, but like if you just own up to what it is you did, you take what's coming, and you just deal with it. Like there's so much power in that, because it also makes you think. I don't like how I feel knowing that I did this thing or this thing happened because of me, to the point where I don't want it to come to light. That has to mean something. It has to mean maybe I shouldn't ever do what I just did again, and I should do the exact opposite. And you know what? For me to move forward for this, let me just come out and say I did it. I did this thing, and take your lumps. Just whatever happens, happens. You did it. You took,
You owned up to it.
And I believe when it comes to like killing somebody, if you go to the police and say you killed somebody, you actually serve less time. I think they're like, if the cops don't have to come after you for a crime, like, especially if they were like, hey, did you kill someone? And you're like, not really, man, I plead the fifth. You're going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you're like, yeah, I did.
Some people, and I get it, it's the fear of like whatever the cultural oppression of it is. Yeah. It's more, yeah, it is a stigma, but you know what I'm saying? Like there is an oppression to it. They're like, well, I killed this person by accident because we were wrestling. We were fighting. They were trying to beat me up, but their head hit the ground and they died. So I hid the body because I think if I call the cops, bad things will happen to me too. That happens.
Yeah.
The fear of being like, it was literally an accident. Just tell them what happened, your side of the story. Let them investigate. If it's a true story, that's what they'll find. If they find it contrary to the evidence, even though you're true, this is why you have lawyers and appeals and all this stuff. But that's a long story.
Take responsibility for your actions, kids.
Kill that baby.
Yeah.
If you got pregnant, would you go to term?
Yes, I would also sell myself to science because I am a male. I would never have to work ever again.
You would tell everyone?
Yes.
So why don't you tell people you have a small penis?
I mean, we're telling them right now.
In fact, I want to show it to you. That's an excellent box. Yeah, when people ask me, where do I keep it? I go, in the box. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
This little diamond kit.
That's a nice wooden box. Yeah. It took me a little bit. You notice a little fuzz around?
Little Woody for little Woody.
Yeah, look at that. And it's only small because there's no blood in it. I just like to point. If we filled this up, like blew it up like a balloon, it'd be a good 3-4 inches.
Dehydrated as well.
Yeah. I've had it in here without air and water for quite some time. Yeah, no, it's definitely. Is that your penis? Yeah, I own this. No, I mean, is that yours? What do you mean, like mine? Yes, I own it. No, like, did you cut that off of yourself? No, that's ridiculous. Well, whose is it? It's mine. What do you mean? You were born with 2 penises? No, that would be crazy. I would sell myself to science. I'm a normal guy. I got 1 penis. Well, technically, I got 2. Did you cut that off of somebody? Not me. No, I just own it. You purchased a severed penis? I guess, yeah. Yes, I did. Where did he get it? From the purchase.
From Greg.
Greg. Where did Greg get it? He cut it off himself. How do you know? He showed me. I gotta go.
That was a very enlightening episode we just had.
By the way, that was all JD. He wrote that out for me to memorize, and I said it, and it sounds like it's off the cuff. Because JD, I believe you said that you're here to make us laugh.
Yeah, I'm here for the laughs.
Dude, when you said that with a straight face, I just was like in my head, it was just like mathematics going on. Like, what? What is he talking about?
It's that meme of the lady.
Don't get me wrong, you are funny.
But I am not here for the laugh.
Yeah, you are definitely not. You don't bring the laughter, but you have very funny moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole head was like, when? What? No, he just said a thing.
The ticker tape is going.
By the way, though, you are more funny than Dan ever was.
From what I understand, he did not have much of a.
No, he had a great sense of humor because he laughed at a lot of stuff.
But was that true, or is that him like reacting to things?
No, yeah, his sense of humor was that he got jokes and he laughed at things were funny to him.
But he didn't like being funny.
I don't know if he didn't like being. He just wasn't. He just didn't tell jokes. He didn't. One time I was like, "Can't you just do a silly noise or something?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, just you're just so boring. And he's like, "Maybe that's the joke." And I'm like, "That is not the joke."
Oh my god!
I mean,
I feel like if he had delivered that in just the right way, that would have been a really.
well, it was
funny.
always dead. It was always like in the British thing. One time we were sitting there playing like baseball, like the video game for baseball.
Yeah.
And I turned to him. I go, "You understand that like if we weren't in a band, we wouldn't be friends, right?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Because this is boring. I am bored, and you're boring." And he was like, "What?" Now I know why the friendship probably failed. But you know what it is? My biggest issue is I don't like lying. And I like communicating my feelings because you can only work through them if you communicate.
That is true.
Because he could have been like, "Well, why do you feel I'm boring?" Because me saying he is boring doesn't necessarily mean he is boring. You know what I'm saying?
It just means that you are bored with him.
Yeah. Like, because this is boring to me. I'm bored. Like, we don't do anything. You're a very boring person, right? He could have been like, "Well, what is it? Why is it boring?" I go, "Because we don't do it. Like, we rehearse. Occasionally I convince you to go to things like, you just go, like, it's like you come home from work, you eat, band practice, we play we play video games until everyone shows up, we do band practice, and then you go right over to your girlfriend's. Nothing happens." That's not true. We do stuff on Thursday. Yeah, because your girlfriend works Thursday nights.
Womp womp.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not hanging out with me. I'm the convenience.
He's killing time with you.
Yeah, because what happens when his girlfriend comes home at night?
Gotta get.
I gotta go. It's 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a not nice guy.
Dan is a very nice guy, but he's not a loyal guy.
Mm.
Dan's nice. The reason I say Dan's nice is because he doesn't want to stir up trouble, and he's always, and not that he's trying to appease people. He's very much not an appeaser. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just
He doesn't want to upset people.
Yeah, but like he didn't change his behavior to not upset people. But maybe that's why he wasn't very active with his behavior. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like, maybe his behavior was to be subtle and quiet because he didn't want, he didn't want to bother anyone. But he's not he's like, if somebody did something, he wouldn't like change the way he would react to that based on what they did, because he was also very aggressive. Like, if you aggravated him, he would attack you. He didn't attack me because I could kick. He was drunk once and he punched me right in the stomach, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, yeah, all right, I won't do that again. Because I didn't, but it was like boom, and I just stood there, like I didn't I didn't jolt or anything. He just hit me.
And he was just like,
He's like, "All right." I was just seeing if I could get away with that. I was like, "You can't get away with anything with me." I was like, I would literally cripple you. And he's like, "Okay." Especially because I was younger. I was in the, I was still like at the top of my training game, like martial arts. One time he got me though good. I was like, we were like wrestling, whatever, or grappling.
Yeah.
Because he was just learning Aikido, so he's like, he was being a little bit more like, let me get hands on, and I put him into this move like without him even realizing it, and he was choking. So then I guillotined him. That's where you put your legs over someone's waist when you're behind him, and then you put your arm around their neck, and then you just pull your body up, and then it's and he was like, now he has asthma, right? So I'm very aware of that. So the guy played dead. He literally was like, and then he just went, and he stopped breathing like on purpose. And I was like, "Dan," and I let up a loose, and he got up. He's like, "Oh!" He like ran away. He's like, "I got you. I got out of that one." And I was like, "You son of a bitch." That's good.
That's actually really funny.
That's funny. But he wasn't trying to be funny in that. He was trying to get out of the hold. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no intention.
Normally you do okay, you win.
Yeah, no, he wasn't gonna tap. He just waited till I lose it. Now I go, buddy, you okay? Ran. An idiot.
It is really funny though.
So, yeah. Now, but what happens if he does it next time?
You're not gonna stop.
Oh, you're not breathing, buddy? Why don't you tap out for this one?
So this is how Thomas accidentally goes to jail for manslaughter.
Yeah, he lied to me the first. I should have stopped being friends at that moment.
Wait, so he lied to you, so you killed him? Kind of.
Kind of. I couldn't trust he wasn't breathing the second time. Well, he told me he ate all my potato salad. I had to fix that. He took 2 bites. That's not eating it.
Oh god,
that's funny.
that is really funny.
Oh, look, we got a BBR viewer now too.
Oh, look at that.
Anyway, yeah. So today we were talking about cognitive dissonance because we were saying basically in your life as your career grows and you want to achieve things, you have to be your truth, because if you're trying to be perceived a certain way, that comes out, and you want others to see you as you are. Your job is not to appease others. It's to be you. Now, obviously, if you're, violent and like hurting people and are mean, you could stay home. But but if you're making your choices based on the reflection of how you want others to perceive you, it's time to
reevaluate.
Yeah, reevaluate your life and
how you're thinking.
Yeah, maybe stay home. So if you meet somebody that's doing some of these behaviors, how do you feel? You will you notice it now? Have you ever noticed this behavior?
I can't recall any specifics, but I feel like if I have noticed it, it would have been something that would have been subconscious and not been like.
Yeah. Do you think I noticed it?
You notice everything. Except for where your slippers were the other day, which is really
I was like, what? I knew they were in my room though, but I refused to believe they. Oh, that's cognitive dissonance. I was like, I refuse to go. I don't want to go upstairs. I just don't. Maybe they're down here. And I looked in the same 3 spaces, and I was like, I know you're upstairs. So,
you're just like, hopefully, like there was like a wormhole that
Yeah.
brought them down.
Then I had to pee really bad, and I was like, fine, I'll get the slippers. And I go up there, I was like, well, look, you're right by the chair. Because I have a photographic memory too. So like I was like,
Yeah, it looks great in pictures.
I was like, yeah, it looks amazing in pictures. No, I notice because I study behavior. That's why, like, when you say things or other people say things to me and they're trying to defend their position or like their behavior, I'm like, okay. The only thing I can't determine is non-behavioral truth. Because if I can't see your behavior as in like science and stuff like that, you always have what's known as the
Wait. So when you say non-behavioral truth, are you saying like if someone like has like a religious belief?
No, like if I never ever meet you physically or look at you, and someone just tells me about you, I probably couldn't determine pattern. But I could determine pattern based on what they're telling me, but that might not necessarily be the truth.
Because you're only going off of that person's perception and not what you're actually able to perceive.
Which has a bias to it. Even if it is absolutely true, it still has a bias.
Because it is being filtered through somebody else.
It's their filter. But I can look at a picture and I could see behavior in a picture. Because it's behavior. You're standing. You're sitting. You're existing.
Smiling. You're not smiling.
Yeah, you're leaning towards someone, not leaning towards someone. You're leaning forward. You're squinting. Whatever. You have glasses on. You don't have glasses. Like everything is a behavior choice. But that's neither here nor there. But that's the thing. Like when people talk to me, all I'm listening to, like you don't ever have to talk to me, and I already know what the comments are. Like when JD talks to me, I interrupt him all the time because he's just saying stuff that either isn't true. Like if it's an excuse, I'm like, I don't need to hear this. Let's move on to the next part of the sentence. Or like I already know what you're gonna say, or you're starting to say something that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So I just want to get through it because I know it's gonna be an hour long.
Minimum.
We were on here for an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes.
That was.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you didn't really talk that much today, but
well, you're giving me the lesson.
Yeah, I'm not interrupting you to be rude. I'm interrupting you because I already know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have time for certain conversation, like certain word. Like I don't have time for people to talk sometimes because I'm just like,
You don't like wasting time.
yeah, you're not adding any value to the conversation. Not you, but the royal you. Like when people don't add value to a conversation, I'm
You're
like,
we're done with this.
I'm going to interrupt you.
We're going to fast forward
Yeah, whoop, let's keep going. Like when I watch TV, how do you think I know what they're gonna say?
because it's a pattern.
That's it. Even writing stuff has pattern,
Yes.
you know, and not easy stuff like, "Hey, good morning." Oh, good morning. Like I'm talking about like
Plot points.
Yeah, like, oh, you really found it in that little box. Or like, oh, they're gonna make out in this scene.
You're like,
they
oh.
make out in the scene. Oh, they're gonna be a love interest soon.
Somebody's gonna jump from upstairs.
Yeah, it's gonna-
What? There's no one in. Oh my god! Somebody was in the bottom.
someone's in the box. My favorite is when I call out relationships that are like 3 or 4 episodes later, but like they meet and I go, oh, they're gonna be in a relationship. Like on Lost, spoilers. I called out what do I call it? Jack and
Jill.
no, Jack and
Diane.
who's the girl that was in the Ant-Man movies?
I forgot her.
Ava Longevity. I don't know what her fucking name.
That chick.
Anyway,
She's in Lost.
she's in Lost. Like
I've never seen
the
Lost.
first episode, I was like, oh, that's the love interest. But then, like at the end of one episode, I was like, oh, they introduced her to be another love interest that's going to be the conflict, right?
And you're like, oh, look what happened.
And then it happened, and then I was like, no matter what, these two end up together. Like I just believe these two end up together.
Mm.
But like she was going after Sawyer, and I was like, oh, I hate this relationship because he's an idiot, right? And but I kept saying, oh, don't do that, they did it, they're gonna do it, and then they would do it, and I was like, this is stupid writing, right? She is an idiot. Every time she chooses him, she's an idiot because he's done nothing with that added value to the relation. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't building his points, and
Cognitive dissonance.
No, it's something tack the art of conversation. He wasn't building points with her. He had negative points with her, and he just, Anyway, so she ends up Jules or whatever her name is. I don't know what her name is. I can't remember. But she ends up. They get off the island in like the middle, like season 3 or something, and her and Jack end up living together. They almost got married, right? But then they broke up.
Oh.
But I was still right. They did get together. But this is the crazy part. The last person he kisses before he dies is her. Because he loves her. Then they all die, and they end up in this purgatory in the last episode. And who finds who?
Jack.
Those two characters. And she's like, I've been waiting for you for so long. Because like the way it works is like as people died, they just found themselves in this purgatory waiting for each other because they couldn't move on because they were so connected to this magical this island that had like divine capabilities.
Gotcha. So they all had to like wait for one another and then move on together.
Yeah. And they became a part of like a life within that world. And then once they found each other and everyone was there, they ended up remembering the truth, and then they realized, oh, so
basically they all died early on.
No. They all die at different times. Like on the island, they're alive, but they die at different times, and as they die, they end up in this purgatory,
like the waiting room,
like a waiting room. And then Jack is not the last person to die, but since he's the lead, because he's the first person we see in this season, the series, and we follow him becoming aware, and then he meets people that died after him, so it's saying that he's been there for a while, but these people can't, anyway.
Interesting.
But anyway, so him and that girl end up being like,
hanky panky.
Oh, her name isn't Jules. Jules was the blonde, but
that chick,
they kept calling her Freckles, but anyway, because she had freckles.
That makes sense.
So they ended up together. But I called it. Like I was just.
Now, did you call the ending?
I did. I
How
said it's
early on?
purgatory. The first episode, I was like, oh, it's purgatory. But I was wrong that the island was purgatory, but their existence was attached to purgatory.
That's really funny. And you called out in the first episode.
Yeah, and then the guy John, He's sitting on the beach, and I go, oh, he's gonna be a cult leader.
Yeah.
And he turned out to be a cult leader. Like, well, not he ended up becoming a cult leader.
He wasn't at the beginning.
Yeah,
That's really funny that you literally called the ending in the first episode.
it's easy. I also called Charlie drowning because of all the drowning metaphors.
Mm.
There was a lot of I was like, oh, they're gonna kill him by drowning him. And then like there was an episode where he got hung, and he quote unquote died. I was like, oh, he's gonna live because he's supposed to drown.
I really want you to watch Battlestar Galactica and see if you can call the ending.
I can.
The first episode.
No, watch. I could do it.
They'll look it up now.
No, I'm not. But I'm looking up something else.
Huh.
Battlestar Galactica starts and ends with nothing.
Oh. I love that show.
I don't think I could enjoy that show because you like it.
Well, no. You can't enjoy it because you know that I like it before you watched it, because we've watched things together that I like.
Yeah,
or you found out you watched things and then I've watched it and then I'm like, oh, I like this. So you still enjoy it. Like, you have seen Goodfellas way before I did, and knowing that I like Goodfellas, it doesn't ruin the fact that you like Goodfellas for you.
Yeah, but your opinion to watch something because it's quote unquote good is where I'm a little wary. And the reason is because you haven't been on point.
Fair enough.
You know, like the times you have told me to watch something versus how good they were when I watched them is now outweighed me listening. Doesn't mean that you don't watch things that are good, and it doesn't mean that you don't like things.
It just means that if you haven't watched it and I suggest that you watch it, you're probably not going to
Yeah.
enjoy it.
I have a couple of friends like that. They suggest things. I go, yeah, I'll get on that.
We just need to find someone whose opinion that you trust and see if
I don't trust anybody because I can see everyone as a liar.
with their an opinion on something to watch.
Yeah, why would I? So I see them as liars, so I don't trust their truth. But their opinions, you know,
on something to watch. Oh,
yeah. You're a liar, so maybe you're lying to me about your opinion. You know, this is the greatest show on earth. I can't wait till he watches it. It's crap. He's gonna love this show, Powered Up Puff Girls.
Oh my god, how funny would it be if that ends up being like your favorite show ever?
I don't know. This girl with big boobs was like, check out this Invader Zim show. And we were like watching it naked. And I was like, this show is good. But I also like that I was with a naked girl.
I mean, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah. So I enjoyed Invader Zim because I got to be naked with a girl. But it's because I enjoy being naked with a woman.
You're like, whatever you want to do, I'm down.
But Invader Zim is good, though. That ended up being a good cartoon. You know what else was a good cartoon? That fucking Ben 10 or whatever it was?
I don't think I've ever actually seen Ben.
Or like, I think it's Ben 10.
Where he's got the little wristy thing.
Yeah, that he could turn into different aliens. But as you can see, the girl I previously just mentioned, she watched a lot of cartoons, and not because she was a child. she was definitely in her 20s. I think she was 23 when I was dating her. That was a girl I asked to break up with. Not asked. I said we have to break up, and she says we couldn't. So then I had to scream at her to break up with her. Because I was like, I'm breaking up with you. Like, I don't want to be with you. Why don't you want to be with me? It doesn't matter why I want to be with you.
Why
I don't want to be. I'm just telling you the boundary you're supposed to be respecting is that I don't want to be with you. If you want to be friends, I could still be friends. I just don't want to be in a relationship because there's too much stuff that goes on in a relationship that I'm not interested in having with you. You know, like just end it. I'm the asshole. I was, she told everyone I was an asshole because I started screaming because she wouldn't take no. I'm like on the phone, like, you fucking go. I could have just hung up, but I don't like hanging up on people because I don't like being hung up on. Mm-hmm. I want somebody to finalize I do it with you too. I don't like leaving a conversation till both parties are understanding. I
know. That's why we have very long conversations.
Well, maybe if you could fucking understand what we're talking. Get to the point. That's why I'm always like, do you understand? Can you explain to me? And then you explain something completely different. I'm like, you aren't listening.
Start over.
You're like, I am listening. I understand. Your ears are working. But you aren't listening to me. Yes, I am. I'm hearing everything you say. I just don't comprehend it like at all.
That is completely on point.
But you know what's crazy about that? That statement is both true and false. Yes, you are listening to me. but no, you are not listening to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because yes, you are hearing me. Like things,
but the comprehension is not happening.
yeah. So listen has more than one, meaning. Will you listen to me? Means
Do I have to?
what does will you listen to me mean?
It means listen, pay attention, and comprehend.
That's right. But you can be. I am listening to you. All right. What did I say?
Something about donuts.
It was like I don't know. It was honestly. I'm hungry. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I think that happens with us too. I think it's the semantics of words.
Yeah,
Because at times,
I feel like that's a good chunk of our discussions. Is we'll say something and then we'll go back and forth for like an hour just on the meaning of one word.
well, because the way you present it means a certain thing, but then the way you suggest that you meant it has nothing to do with what you said. And then I'm trying to explain that words have like run. Like if someone's like, "Oh, he was running," am I supposed to be like, "He's a computer program"? like how stupid?
He's got the runs
He had the shits. No, he was running.
with his feet.
What do you? So he was water? Like what do you mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Like when you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm like, does he not know that this word has multiple subcontext? And you read more than I do.
That's not true. You're reading stuff on the computer all day.
Yeah, but I mean, like you read like books. Like you read, like I don't read books as much as I used to. I just retain a lot of what I have read, but I do read online. But I don't like sit down and go, because when you're reading stories, you're learning a lot. You're learning new words, different ways to use words, different ways to
Disconnecting from a
describe
computer.
stuff, disconnecting from computer. That's why I used to like reading those. Like you just see other people's way with words. But then I used to get upset with myself because like I would find myself writing in their style, and I was like, get away
You're like,
from
no,
me."
I need to write in my own style.
Yeah, like I love Typo Negative lyrically, and like he writes some like some great words, and then I'm like, I want to write like that, but I don't want to write like him. I want to use
You wanna
like,
be
the
good like
flavor
that.
of words, like
You want to be good. You just don't want to sound and copy like somebody.
yeah. I have my way of writing words, but like I like words to move, and not just be like
To run.
no, like here's what is it? Dark Horse lyrics. Like this song right here. These are the lyrics. I knew you were gonna come to me. And here you are. But you better choose carefully. Cause I'm capable of anything. And everything. Make me your Aphrodite. Make me your one and only. But don't make me your enemy, your enemy, your enemy. So you want to play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Poetry.
That's got how many streams?
I don't know.
Several billion.
Let's see. Typo negative. Typo negative lyric. Let me.
What's your favorite song by them?
I don't. I would say every song is my favorite song. I can just listen to typo straight through. Like I don't need to. Pick one. Bloody Kisses though was like the first song that made me love them.
You're like, oh,
Because it's just
you're like, this is great.
I was like, this makes me feel death. I love it. What's it called? Bloody Kisses. I'm in love. Oh wait, maybe let's listen. Let's read some of these.
What was it? Was it Bloody Kissing?
Yeah. Not long ago, but far away, a rainy winter's day. That's a scene.
Yes, it is.
Not long ago, but far away, a rainy winter's day. And I believe the lyrics are like, Not long ago, but far away. It's good. Anyway, all her pain she kept inside, could no longer hide. Oh yeah, because could no longer hide. No cry for help. She killed herself. This is telling a story,
This is telling a story.
right? Both life and love could not be saved. She took them both to the grave. Come on. And he says to the grave again because it's like real long moment. It's like to the grave. Right? A pair of souls become undone where were two, now one. Divided by this wall of death, I soon will join you yet. With my blood, I'll find your love. You found the truth to end your life as you did. So should I. And then he just does like Peter Steele's everything. Oh no, please don't go. Right, but it's like really slow. And then it comes back. Listen to this lyric.
I'm
A
listening.
crimson pool so warm and deep lulls me to an endless. He's laying in his own pool of blood.
He is. He's setting up a scene.
Ready?
He's showing, not telling.
Yeah. Your hand in mine, I will be brave. Take me from this earth. He's laying with her. And end this night, the night of love. From the dark I feel your lips and I taste your bloody kiss. It's not even in the chorus. It's just like, oh no, no. Come on, man.
That's a good line.
It's so good, that song. Lyrically, it's a very good song. Where's the one where it sets me on fire? Not all songs have good lyrics, but I like all songs. How about ooh,
Ooh.
let's
What's it called?
trying to find, yeah, let's see. Oh, this is Blood Kiss. Let's go to October Rust.
October Rust.
Yeah. Like the month October Rust.
Oh.
October
Octobuary.
Rust.
Gotcha.
Sanguine addiction. Oh. How about Be my druidas? There you go. Around the pyre, a circle of 13 throughout these woods, ecstatic screams. That's a scene.
That is.
You're feeling those words, those colors. You know, the words have colors to them. I look deeply into your eyes. I smell your hair, caress your thighs. Come on. You don't care. You don't like this stuff. Now we'll make love by firelight, a blaze so high it lights the night. Obviously, his theme is like it's doom metal. You know, it's love.
Very doomy.
But the way he uses words, yeah. Let's go to Kill Switch Engage. What's your favorite? What's that song you always listen to?
Which one?
The one that
In Due Time, Element of One.
I don't know. What's your favorite song?
From them, Element of One.
Element of One. Here you go. Breathe me in, torn, disbelieving separation. I close my eyes to see you. This is for you, everything I am. This is for you. Take it from me. Torn. It look like the way it looks like. Torn, disbelieving separation. Oh, he's repeating himself. I close my eyes. But there is no escaping this. This is for you. Everything I am. This is for you. Take it from me. In your arms, in your soul, I will be rejuvenation. Breathe me in. I am forever. Deep within, I am eternal. I will return to you. I am with you always. I will never turn away from you. Breathe me in. I am forever. Deep within, I am eternal.
There is no scene being said.
Do you think these lyrics have any sustenance?
I do not.
Me either. This is crazy. I want to read. I listen, folks. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets, Metallica. Oh, you broke it.
What's going on here?
I don't know. You breaking things?
Oh, down.
No. What are you doing? Yeah. What are we looking up?
Oh, here we go. Go to I found the strength to write you. Oh wait, I think I've read that one already. The and so, my friend, in the past, treason ruled over my betrayal, and the sickness that is trust, I respectfully released you of your vow. It's a story.
That is.
It's setting a scene, right? Here, in a moment of question, my eyes have been blessed. All I had remembered of you was wasted in torment. There's sustenance there.
There is sustenance.
My path was given to me under light's forgotten gaze. In remorse, I must let you go. With these words, I do show. Because he's writing a letter. And in the letter, we find out that the letter kills the person. Because
Is it a magic letter?
no, he put like poisonous dust on it. So when he opens it up, anyway, let's go to
So
another.
it's not magic.
What?
It's not
It's not magic.
Okay.
Here's one. Blood and sweat run down my cheek, rippled with age.
Old.
There's something going on there, right? My grave awaits only for me to walk away, the death in the air.
He's in a graveyard.
We could be in a graveyard. You never know. My death awaits only for me to walk away. Can't die. He's immortal, right? Confront my silence and hold the air. Its stale taste unfolds. He's the undead.
Vampire.
He is a vampire. I sleep within the days I walk to, now forever awake. So it's saying he can't be in sunlight.
He's definitely a vampire.
I sleep within the days. I sleep within the days. So I sleep at night, right? I mean, I sleep during the day. And then I walk forever awake, meaning I'm always heading to the sun, but I can't get to it, right? I am the walker of days, nights. I crave the feast of peace in my soul, right? Meaning he wants blood. Because he craves the feast of peace in my soul, meaning he needs the feed, right? The book I denied in no shame. I grow old forever. My temple rots away.
Like an apple?
No, he's a vampire, right? All right. How about let's see. You don't like that song. It came to sorrow's lies along a river of dread. Around a pillar of uncertainty, children of God bled.
They got killed.
Yes, JD, they did get. But what is it about? It came to sorrow's lies around a river of dread. Along a river of dread. Around a pillar of uncertainty, children of God bled.
I have no idea.
It's a war. It's fighting. There's a battle going on. Usually when you're in a battle, you follow the rivers. Why do you do that? Because rivers lead you to
a village or people, because people live near water sources.
That's right. His will formed strength against the unsaid. In a prison's bed, a body of mortal love vowed. Oh, so maybe we're going to find out something has to do with the vow for the war.
Ooh.
Right? Enlightenment must conquer through a cycle of lives. Touches of hate undone, dwelling calmly among fallen suns. With each phrase, visions will clear mountains. You'll be more than human in your body's revision. So this might be talking about something else, right? Maybe
Army of the Undead.
This poor guy. Here's one. It's literally telling you, walk with me through my eyes. I see the land I found to die. Rivers flowing with truest blood. Seas dried away, my fallen love. Skies turn to dust, fades in wind. In my dreams, I see the end begin.
Something about Armageddon.
Yeah, well, it's not. But you see what I'm saying? Like, lyrics need to do something. Here's one. This song is called Book of Walls. And the line is, I break the binding of the book that holds me tight. The words, they imprison me inside. Lies, could they have their truths tonight? This book is about Telmorn. So I break the binding. What does that mean to do?
You're going beyond what's written in the book.
Well, you open the book. Right?
You're opening the book.
You're breaking the binding, right? Because it's bound together. You're breaking it. Anyway, of the book that holds me tight. So he's Lord Telmorn. So that means They talk about him in the book, but because no one really knows who he is or that he is a god, they talk falsely about him as a god. So the book that holds me tight. So I break the binding. It also has a double meaning. It means that the book binds his truth to the mortals.
Interesting.
So he's breaking the binding by coming to light. Right? It's like, if you see me, I can disprove what you wrote about me. So I'm breaking the binding of the book. The words, they imprison me inside because they are basically trapping an idea of who Telmorn is, but it's not who he is. So they limit themselves to understanding him to whatever the words are, and not
in that book.
And then he literally says, lies. Could they have their truth tonight? Because he's about to be like, yeah, you want to believe that?
All right.
Okay. So then it's, let me free, or give me my destiny. Of pages old and new, I cannot change time. So it's basically saying, like, look, stop reading that stupid thing. What you did in the past is the past. I can't change that, right? I also can't change the future because it is what it is. It's going to happen as it's meant to happen, right? So anyway, it goes, I lost my soul somewhere far inside. He's talking about the book, like who he is not represented in that book. All right. Then it's a dried ink of passions, and the land is forever sketched. What does that mean? People write the Bible passionately. And now whatever they wrote about, the lands before, it's forever written.
It is.
Right? From one mind to the next, I open my will to the air. So, here's the book, here's another book. Or maybe I tell you the story, and then you tell the story, and then you tell the story. Right? And the will to the air, meaning like it's his will is basically left in the words of man. That? Who is this writing of? I feel lost from the words inscribed. He's like, who the fuck are they talking about?
It's like, I never owned a VW wagon.
Yeah. Destined to live out this creation that is not of my own soul. So the way people represent him is not who he is, right?
Never even dated a blonde.
His feeling trapped inside a world, a story written by another hand. Who is this God that treats me to a world, right? Desolation of a fading dream, a center of absolution. Who is this God that calls out my name? Who is he, right? So he's challenging them, saying God exists. So now the song gets into like the craziness. So, cold conversations that I feel from my head, speak to me, my Lord. I am my own world. Like he is God. He is existence, right?
He is.
So let me write with the quill of fate of my own fate, and rule under your quest of man. That's vicious.
I could also totally see Telmorn having a quill.
Comes out with a quill.
He's all like, dark, scary, powerful.
Look at my little quill with the red. What do you think that means, though? Let me write with the quill of fate of my own fate, and rule under your quest of men.
He's saying he's gonna write. He's just gonna do things his way.
Well,
that's what I get.
He's gonna rewrite what they know with his truth, and rule under your quest of man. Because the Bible, the religion that he's fighting against, rules man. So if he changes the book and lets it say the truth, he will rule under man. You know what I'm saying? He'll still rule man, but through their quest.
Gotcha.
So he's letting them teach his message unbeknownst to themselves.
He's going to be like, rewrite everything.
Right. Then this is where it gets a little like metaphorical. Because this is before I decided, do I want to write like straight from Enchanted Isles? This is an old song. So it goes, as an angel of life, which I do have angels in my world, but as an angel of life, I will bring death. As a mortal slave, I'll live in content. So this is also about how he chose to be a human.
A human,
yeah. No question to be answered. I pray for my end, because he wants to die every time because it helps him come back. A god among slaves, I'll do as you say, because now he's immortal. Right? Immortal. I can't stand alone. You know my name. What is this the day will bring to me? I hate this life of lost dreams. You'll pray one day for me.
Oh.
Right? So,
you're going to be like, oh my God, I'll 10 you.
But do you see how like these were like, What do you want, Master of Puppets? Let's look at Master of Puppets. I think we did Master of Puppets, didn't we?
We were listening to it in the car the other day.
But I mean, the lyrics. These lyrics go from good to terrible. This first verse is very powerful. End of passion play, crumbling away. I'm your source of self-destruction. Veins that pump with fear, sucking darkness clear, leading on your death's construction. That's a great verse.
That's very powerful.
There's so much visual there. And then it says, taste me, you will see. More is all you need. Dedicated to how I'm killing you. Come crawling faster, faster. Obey your master, master. Your life burns faster, faster. Obey your master, master. It's terrible. Master of puppets, I'm pulling your strings. That's a great concept. Twisting your mind and smashing your dreams. Blinded by me, you can't see a thing. Just call my name, cause I'll hear you scream, master, master. Just call me. We don't need that part. Needlework the way, never you betray. Life of death becoming clearer. Pain monopoly, ritual misery.
So he got stuck with the thumb, the thimble, because it's pain monopoly.
I see what you did there. This song only has 2 verses. No. Oh no, it has 3. Hell is worth all that. Natural habitat. Just a rhyme without a reason. Never-ending maze. Drift on numbered days. Now your life is out of season.
Taste me, you will see.
No, I will occupy.
Oh, my bad.
That's it.
I will help you die.
That's actually in the lyrics. This first verse is very powerful, and I like the chorus, but because it repeats every time, I don't think it's as powerful. I love this song. This is like one of my favorite songs from them. But he's not a poet. He's not a good lyricist. What's another song? What's another song you think has great that you love?
Another song that I love.
Yeah, that you like. Man, this song fucking rocks.
All right, but that's are we doing songs that I love or songs that I think have good lyrics? Because
let's do songs that you think have good lyrics.
Because I love Element of One, not because of the lyrics.
Well, clearly, no one can. All right, what's the song you like that has good lyrics?
What's the song that I think has really, really good lyrics?
That one? I like that one.
Oh, man. That's really a difficult question because most of the time when I'm listening to music, I'm literally just listening to like the guitars because that's what ends up like.
Yeah, it's a JD show.
Yeah.
Lyrics don't have to mean anything. I don't care about lyrics.
I didn't say that. What is something that I think has really, really good lyrics?
What do you think is a good song? Therefore, it would have to have good lyrics. What's a song where you're like, that's a good song?
Yeah.
Let's
see.
Let's see.
Oh, wait.
Bye.
Let's do It Is the End by Ice Nine Kills.
It
the
is
Georgie song.
The End by what? Ice Nine Kills. There we go. Georgie! Allow me to introduce myself. They call me the dancing clown, and you must be Georgie. Did you hear my circus was in town? It seems I have your boat here. The storm blew her off track. Just reach your hands down here, and take it if you really want it back. These are good lyrics, and it rhymes really good too. But this is also telling the literal story of
what happened during it.
Yeah. No, Georgie, you can trust me, sweet child. Step right this way. I'm at your service with a smile. Believe me, they have it a capital letter. It's nothing to fear. That's funny. When I feast on your flesh, you'll see what we all float down here. All right, so there's
honking noises.
So hang on here. So technically, that's the end of the scene, right? Because that's what happens.
Yes.
So pick through the past. You'll see I'm living history. Come on, come one, come all, because I'm starving for the. All right, so now they're losing me because they
went from like painting an actual scene to just saying lines.
Yeah, this first verse moves and it's the story. Allow me to introduce myself. They call me the dancing clown, and you must be Georgie. Did you hear my circus was in town? Like, that's telling a story. And then it says, pick through the past. You'll see I'm living history. Come one, come all, cause I'm starving for the kill. Prey on the pure of heart. Feed on their body part. It sounds like they're just trying to explain who it is, right? Because that's who it is, right?
Yeah, that's basically what happened. That's it.
That's who he is.
And they're summing up the rest of the story where he's been around for ages.
Yeah, this is a terrible verse. And then just like Georgie, it's all out of hand. So join me. Da, 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 da. All right. So here we go. Catch me at the big top, buried underground. You know I'm not clowning around, even oh, Jesus Christ. From here to these are I can't finish this. This is terrible. You know what makes me smile? Devouring juveniles, their innards tangled in my twisted grin. Chuckled so hard I choked. Call it an insight. Okay, I'm done. How many lyrics are? This is a long song.
It is a long song.
This is a terrible lyrics. The first verse is so good.
We should do an In Flames song, but like later In Flames.
Sure, whatever one you want. In Flames.
In Flames, the one that I think can have good lyrics. There's Take This Life, Crawl Through Knives.
Take This Life. Here we go. It's not so much the pain, it's more the actual knife. Pretending the picture is perfect, I cut myself to sleep. I close my eyes for a second and curse my fragile soul. I scream to hide that I'm lonely. The echo calls my name. I would give that like a C+, but this is where it gets an F. If I never, make me understand the thought whenever. Make me see, make me be, make me understand you're there for me. Take this life, I'm right here, stay a while and breathe me in. Take this life, I'm right here, stay a while and breathe me in. Like, there's nothing, like, I understand the subcontent, I understand, but it's not.
You're saying it's not, if you're reading it by itself, it does not move. It does not work it does not work outside the context.
Yeah, you can make crappy lyrics sound good in a song because it's about the vocal movement of it. It's your use of your voice. But what I'm saying is he's not saying
anything.
Yeah, he's not putting real true. Obviously, he's probably writing this from this gut of his heart. You know, he's like, oh man, I wanted to kill myself, so I want to talk about it and what it felt like to put the knife to my. I get that, but this is like third grade writing. I wish I could, but I shouldn't. Wait, no. I love the cat, even though it's fat. I want to ride with the bat.
But for someone where English is their second language,
that's not bad. It's terrible. All right.
Oh.
The raindrops just beg to hit me. What now hasn't rained for days? What now hasn't rained for days? I don't know what the narrative of that is. The raindrops just beg to hit me. What now hasn't rained for days? Well, I understand he might be saying it hasn't rained for days.
He's probably saying that it feels like it's going to rain, but it has not. And the tension's building.
Raindrops just beg to hit me.
Because it's been like over his head building up.
Well, yeah, it's the cloud, the storm of bad luck.
Yeah, and it hasn't released yet.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. But what now hasn't rained for days? I think he's just trying to be clever with words.
Probably.
What now hasn't? Anyway, no time to play hide and. No time to play hide and seek. I call on you to take me on. Break me down to pieces. Put me back. Do it right this time. Struggling to fill this empty show. This is the problem with reading lyrics. And then the rest of the song is if I never, make me understand. Da, da, da.
Of course.
But it just keeps right. All right, see, that's bad writing. What else? Give me another song.
Let's do. There you go. I got tap on negative.
The hell's that noise?
I don't know. Is it you?
No.
I mean, what stuff that I like listen to? Oh wait. Sonata Arctica, Flag in the Ground.
What is it?
Sonata Arctica.
Flag
in the Ground.
In the Ground lyrics. Okay. In the days when lands were few and man sometimes had no chance, but sells his soul to his landlord to make a living in far and away country. They gave acres of land away for free to all able to claim it. Ships sailed across the great seas. Fortunes were made and dreams shattered. Sometimes couples were torn apart for all they could afford. Is this about the Titanic?
It is not about the Titanic.
Leaving my life behind. Oh, this is about being an immigrant.
Yes.
After 40 work-filled days and sleepless nights, the sails are lit by the lights of Boston. And here we go. All right, so it took 40 work-filled days to get there. Off the
sleepless nights.
ship towards the adventure, the one to define our lives. Daily grind in tiny rooms. I got her safe here. I have an address until spring. Then I shall race the land. Hope to see and hear you soon. Here her letter reads. Please let me know everything's all right. Thinking about you, though you're out of sight. Every night when I'm turning in, my tears find me. Please hurry, dear, come back and rescue me.
Could we do a cover
These,
like that?
these
please?
are right. These are right lyrics. I just don't find them interesting. All right, here you go.
I'm ready.
This is a very sad song that's actually based on something true. This is
Uh-oh.
called Everything Dies.
I see where he got his inspiration from.
Typo negative. Well, I loved my aunt, but she died. And my Uncle Lou, then he died. I'm searching for something which can't be found, but I'm hoping. I still dream of Dad, though. He died. Everything dies. Everything dies. My ma's so sick, she might die. Though my girlfriend's quite fit, she will die. Still looking for someone who was around, barely coping. Now I hate myself. Wish I'd. This song is so fucking sad.
It was very sad.
It's a good song though, but this is like,
Everyone's dying.
and then the rest is everything. Everything dies. He was like so messed up during this time too. That's a tough song, man.
I'm sorry to
Oh
hear.
God, listen to these. This is what I mean. Like he's so good with words. That last song was clearly just like
He was like,
he was just like, how miserable am I? You know, like everybody. Like I think his mom had just died because he wrote another. I think Nettie's on this album or the next album, which is his mom.
Mhm.
Beautiful yet dangerous. Thermagnic luminescence. Luminous? Oh, thermogenic luminous.
Thermogenic.
Thermogenic luminous, like a moth drawn to a flame. I'm the same, all cremated equally. that's pretty good.
He's saying he's lighting them on fire.
Yeah. As a spark still I knew, I'll be Lord, be consumed. She, a pyre incarnate, incinerate, an inferno turned to flesh. You are the first, will be my last, will be my final words, said she, Pyretta Blaze. Say the words I long to hear, pinch, bite, kiss, suck, lick, and sear in a pyromatic way. I'm her slave, living in her to ignite.
He's saying she's really hot.
I'm just saying, like, the way he's using words is fucking crazy. Oh, this song's great. This is Hallows Eve. Fall fires burning neath black twisted boughs, sacrifice to above, smoke swirling quickly towards misting clouds, offering of this blood.
That's a very vivid picture.
That's some good writing. And then it's into the flames and without shame, consumed with howls and screams, pumpkins grin in their despair on all Hallows Eve.
It sounds like he definitely spent a lot of time to make sure that everything read as a poem and not just within the confines of the song.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so good, though.
Now, did he write these?
He writes all his lyrics.
Did he write these where he did the lyrics first and then they did the music? Or did he do the music then the lyrics, or did he do a combination?
If I remember correctly, they do both. But usually, Peter would write like the basis of the song and like the lyrics, and then Josh would come in and like help compose, and then Kenny would come in and add like a little bit extra. Because if you listen to songs, they're very bass led. Because he's a bass player.
Yeah.
What's another? Oh, this is funny. But he's also really good at writing funny stuff. This is called I Like Goyles.
Goyles.
Yeah, Goils. That's how we
funny.
say it in Brooklyn. I like Goyles.
Goyles.
Forget the jar of Vaseline. Hey, rich bitch boy, I'm not going to be your queen. And yeah, you can drool, beg me, and hope. There's no damn way I'm playing drop the soap, okay? I know I'm strange, but I ain't no queer, so take your rage and disappear. But I'm proud not to be PC, because I like girls. Bad girls all over this world. Now, I don't know whose ass you're licking. No shit-tongued boy will ever taste my dick. He says, how about no sex? We'll just be friends. Hey, no thanks, pal. I'll stick to lesbians. You're right. A sexist pig. I guess it's true. I hate all men, including you. I don't care what you think of me, cause I like girls. Bad girls all over the world. I'm quite flattered that you think I'm cute, but I don't deal well with compacted poop. So look, if my views make you annoyed, you're just jealous I don't have hemorrhoids. So now, to make it clear that you can't bone me, my tattooed ass reads exit only. I don't care much for sodomy, cause I like girls. Come on. That's really good writing, though. I mean,
Really
there's a lot of craziness going on there.
It definitely adds on itself.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. Like a Jew in ancient. Oh, you know he's Jewish, right?
I did not.
Because he's Russian and stuff. Like
That's
a
what done, yeah.
and Italian though. Like a Jew in ancient Spain, and for Christ's name did pay with pain. Modern day Inquisition. What is the link between these crafts? Doctors and thieves, they both wear masks. Overpaid meat magicians. That's an insane verse. And that's only the first one.
Are they pulling rabbits out or something?
No, you know, it's crazy, right? Your doctorate and PhD would wipe my ass etched in feces, will not cure your affliction. Doctors Jekyll or Mangeli and your face too.
You mean Mangala?
Oh, Mangala, yeah, Mangala and your face too. They're just a blur. Can't improve my condition. Oh, Nettie. Yeah, this is on the album. This is Nettie. No need to cry. Let me wipe those teardrops from your eyes. That's how it starts, and then this is the verse. In the dark bath in cathode ray blue.
Cathode.
What is it?
Cathode.
Cathode ray blue. Miss Red Hook of 1922, because that's where they grew up.
Ew.
Weeping silently for the pain of others, every night a tearful rosary, a victim of the curse of empathy. Her reward for compassion is to suffer. That's so intense.
It is very intense.
My shortcomings I know caused her grief. Still she loves me. This I can't believe. Responding not with anger but a prayer. Heavens just southwest of Cobble Hill. True, I am the son of an angel. Maternally, not one woman compares.
That is very deep.
Right? And then we have, you know, what do we have? Hey, please let me know if everything's all right.
You good?
Like I'm
Or
thinking
okay.
about you, though you're out of sight.
Yeah, you good though?
You good? You all right?
Yeah.
You all right?
You good?
Let's see. Oh, you know what?
Oh
What is it?
Mudvayne.
No. Man, what is it? The Ozzy Osbourne song.
Which one?
Hanging out the window.
Diary of a Madman.
Oh, yeah. Diary of a Madman. Lyrics. Let's read these. Let's see. Screaming out the window. Watch me die another day. Hopeless situation, endless price I have to pay. Sanity now, it's beyond me. There's no choice. Diary of a madman. Walk the line again today. Entries of confusion. Dear diary, I'm here to stay. Manic depression befriends me. Hear his voice. Sanity now is beyond me. I see why these words work really well with the song though, because the rhythms are really good. A sickened, wait, a sickened mind and spirit. No, oh no, this is the this is the soft part.
Yeah.
A sickened mind and spirit. The mirror tells me lies. Yeah, this is a good verse. But this song is good, but
It's very.
what makes this song great is the way he sings them. But the
What about
the word choices are great. Voices in the darkness scream away my mental health. Can I ask a question to help me save me from? But he's actually writing in a diary, which makes these lyrics pretty interesting. Like he's talking to himself through the diary.
He is. That's why.
So that's why it really works. But you know,
What about a song like "Road to Nowhere"? Also-
Road to Nowhere lyrics. Talking Heads.
No.
Oh,
Ozzy
Ozzy. Okay. I was looking back on my life and all the things I've done to me. I'm still looking for the answers. I'm still searching for the key. The wreckage of my past keeps haunting me. Oh, I know this song. Yeah, this is off of
No More Tears.
No More Tears. It just won't leave me alone. I still find it all a mystery. Could it be a dream? The road to nowhere leads to me. Ooh, these are good lyrics. These are good lyricists. Songs like Crazy Train, I don't like. I just don't think they're telling
Listen,
a story.
that's just how it goes.
All aboard! I, crazy. But that's how it goes. Millions of people living, I suppose. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to live.
They made a pop song, a
Hey.
hippie pop song that happened to be metal.
I've listened to preachers. I've listened to fools. I mean, the concept of the lyrics are good, but these aren't like
Yeah,
these aren't like thought.
yeah,
Diary of Madman's good.
like Revelation, Mother Earth on the same album
Well,
as
let's
Crazy
see.
Train is better thought out.
Revelations, Mother Earth. That's one of my favorite songs by him. Mother, please forgive them, for they know not what they do. Looking back in history's books, it seems it's nothing new. Oh, let my mother live. Heaven is for heroes and hell is full of fools. Stupidity, no will to live. They're breaking God's own rules. Please let me. Okay. Father of all creation, I think we're all going wrong. The chorus. Again, these are like good lyrics, but I don't think they're like. He doesn't write in stories though. But
He does not.
that one song though, the Diary of Madman feels like a story because it's him
Talking to himself.
Whereas this is just like
He's talking.
he's just
Giving ideas and thoughts, throwing them out there.
I had a vision. I saw the world burn, and the seas had turned red. The sun had fallen. Also, I know that he used to try to write words that were scary, like on purpose. So, like Black Sabbath lyrics,
Oh, yeah.
like the
Well,
first.
the whole point of that band was to write scary music.
I know, but like he purposely like, what's scary? So, like Black Sabbath, like.
Well, I thought didn't Geezer write most of the lyrics for Black Sabbath?
I don't know. Who wrote lyrics
For Black Sabbath?
Black Sabbath. Who wrote songs for Black Sabbath? Ozzy Osbourne, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Withers. I guess they all did. Shortly after becoming more structured, the band started writing the songs that would later be recorded for Black Sabbath. After working with Jethro Tull, Iommi bought a flute and occasionally played it live. That's funny. For the most part, it didn't work out. Ozzy did very little writing until he left the band. Oh, that's interesting.
Because I could have sworn I've heard interviews with Geezer Butler talking about, and he just mentioned that he had written a good chunk of like the lyrics. Because again, it was Tony's band.
Yeah, it was
basically
definitely Tony's band.
Tony and Geezer were like the original guys, right?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like they wrote the lyrics to be like
scary on purpose.
Yeah. What is this that stands before me? Figure in black which points at me. Turn around quick and start to run. Find out I'm the chosen. Like that's a scary visual.
I almost like. I have a gut feeling that Geezer wrote that, but I could be wrong.
Sweetly. It's a terrible song. I hate that song.
I love you, Sweet Leaf.
Down, 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 down.
Down.
Fairies Wear Boots is a good lick.
That is.
Snowblind's probably a great song. Let's see. I could tell you what Black Sabbath song is. The Wizard, Black Sabbath's good. The Wizard, Behind the Wall,
I love
Sleep,
that
Wasp
song.
is good. NIB is good. Evil Woman is good. Wicked World is good. Sleeping Village, a bit of
finger.
is a very good song. I don't like Warning. War Pigs, Paranoid, Planet Caravan, Iron Man, Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, Fairies. This whole album, Paranoid album is just perfect. Master Reality, Sweet Leaf is crap. After Forever, Children of Grade, Lord of this World, Solitude, Into the every song except for Sweet Leaf is amazing on that album. I love that album.
Masters of Reality.
Oh, that's such a good album.
That's a good. It's so heavy.
This album's a
But
little,
it's
little
not,
push and go.
It didn't Masters of Reality when they started tuning down. Or am I?
Oh yeah. This is
Because
definitely
the first two are in E standard, where all the guitars and everything's C sharp from then on. Correct.
yeah. After Forever was like the first song where I was like, why are we gonna retune this? Volume 4, my opinion is that Snowblind and Under the Sun are the only good songs on that album. Cornucopias actually has a cool riff, but I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, I would say Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, National Acrobat, Sabra Cadabra is very good. Killing Yourself to Live is good. I don't like the other songs.
Then there's Sabotage.
This only has 2 good songs on it. Actually 3. The Symphony of the Universe.
Symptom of the universe.
I think Megalomania is the one that's just sound. Like it was like, right? It's either that one or The Writ. Whichever one. Those are the only songs I like. Technical Ecstasy. Nothing is good on that album except for Dirty Woman. Never Say Die. Nothing is good on that album. Which is crazy because Dio's on it.
No, he's not.
Oh, no, that's the
That's
one
the
album
last-
he's not on it, right?
Yeah, it's the last.
That's
Ozzy
the last
album.
Ozzy album.
Wait, it came out in '78.
78, yeah.
Uh,
They probably recorded it and then
Gotcha.
released it. Heaven and Hell. Let's see. Children of the Sea is good.
Heaven and Hell.
Heaven and Hell is good. That's it. Mob Rules. The Sign of the Southern Cross is an amazing song. These are just my opinions, but they're right. Born Again. None of these songs are good.
I'll be completely honest. I don't know anything past basically Heaven and Hell.
These albums are terrible.
They exist.
I don't like any of these albums, actually. Yeah, I don't like these. Oh, Dehumanizer. We're back at 1992. That's the only song that's good on.
Doesn't have Reunion.
What?
Reunion, which is
It's right
all
there.
Ozzy stuff.
Yeah. But it's live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except for one song, Selling My Soul, and Psycho Man. Oh, those 2 songs, right? Right? Psycho Man is isn't that the studio album one?
I do not know.
The midnight hour approaches. The killing chill takes over. I don't even know what it is. Let's see if we could listen to it. Can we listen to it?
Let's find out. Can we?
Oh, I'm not paying.
No, we won't listen to that. Be
Anyway,
gone.
what's another old band that we can? Oh wait, Iced Earth. Let's
Oh,
do
God.
this. Iced Earth.
I feel like Phantom Opera Ghost is a great song.
I don't want to listen because I hate them. I love that band, but I'm so angry at them.
Angry at him.
And him. What is oh, Iron Maiden.
Ooh.
Let's see how many good songs they have. If I'm really an Iron Maiden fan.
I think we established that you're not. You like a lot of their songs, but you're not, because they just put out so much stuff. The majority of it, it's like, but they just have so much that, like, statistically, they have to have things that would be good
Well, let's see.
or enjoyable.
This is an album.
Yeah, the first one.
Iron Maiden.
What's on the first
Phantom of the Opera I like, but I
That's
don't
good.
like any of these other songs. Killers. Wrathchild's good.
What else is on there?
Did they record Killers twice? No. What Wrathchild? What was the one you want? Nothing good on this one. Number of the Beast. Children of the Damned.
The first. That's the first one with Bruce, isn't it? Number of the Beast. 'Cause
Maybe.
Killers is the other guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Paul-
yeah. 'cause
Paul Dano?
Yeah. Yeah, Paul D. Number of the Beast. I would say Children of the Damned. The Number of the Beast. Run to the Hills. and "Hollow Be Thy Name," which is probably their best song ever. That's a good album. So I like that album, right? No, wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I like 1, 2, 3, 4 songs.
Almost.
I do
Almost
not
half.
like that album.
Almost half.
Oh, Peace of Mind, Revelations is
I
good.
love that song.
Flight of Icarus is alright. I'll listen to that. Die with Your Boots On
song.
is stupid.
What?
The Troop is great. Oh, I'm not a fan of that album. Ace is High, 2 Minutes of Midnight, Power Slave, Ryan of the Ancient Manor. That was a good song. Do I like this album?
Ace is High, 2 Minutes to Midnight. That's 2.
And Power Slave,
Flash of the Blade.
4. I like 4. You like Flash of the Blade. Somewhere in Time. Wasted. Yeah, that's a good one.
Sea of Madness.
I don't like that one. Stranger in a Strange Land. That's a good one. Alexander the Great's all right. Wasted. Oh, these are singles. Here's another album.
Cannot play with
I like that. The Evil That Men Do. The Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. So I like 3 songs on it. Damn, I don't really like Iron Maiden, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Iron Maiden. What's another band I listen to? Let's see if I like them.
Dream Theater.
Oh, I love Dream Theater.
Oh God, I don't like majority of their albums.
Some albums I can't opinion because I don't listen to them. Not because I don't want to, but because I just haven't listened to them. Let's see. When Dream and Day Unite. I'm gonna say it's not that I don't like this album. It just doesn't have. It's not Dream Theater to me because it doesn't have James LeBrie. So I think they really came to their own once he came in because they became a very specific band. But this guy is a very
Who's
good
the singer?
Charlie. I can't say his last name. It's like
Something Italian.
yeah, something like that. I'm friends with him on Facebook. But anyway, Images and Words. Yeah, I can't remember. So Images and Words. I like Pull Me Under, Another Day, Take the Time, Metropolis, Under a Glass. I don't like that. Wait for Sleep and Learn. Oh, I love the whole album. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs I like on there. Actually, I like on there because it has that. So I like everything except for Another Day and Surrounded. So 1,
so
2,
out of
3,
6.
4, 5,
6 out of 8.
6. Is it?
Then there's a
There's 8. I like 6 out of 8. So Awake, 6 o'clock's good.
6 o'clock.
All right, I don't like this album though. Space Divest is good. I don't like this album because this is where they got like
weird.
Yeah, this is a weird album. But Silent Man's actually very good. Oh, and so is Lie. Oh, and The Mirror. Wait, all right. So 6 o'clock. So I like 6 o'clock. I like Silent Man. I like Mirror. I like Lie. And I like Space. So I like 5 out of 4. What was that? 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So you like half of it.
I like half of it.
We'll give it to it. You like that?
Yeah,
album.
yeah,
You like that album
Change of Seasons. I like Change of Seasons.
because it's only 3 songs.
These I don't count because they actually aren't their songs. These are covers. I don't count covers. But I do like the song they wrote. So Change of Seasons.
For a friend.
Oh, this is an EP. This isn't even an album.
Still counts.
But, yeah, I don't like covers. I don't like covers. These covers are they sound just like the band. So. Falling into Affinity, how do you say Peruvian Skies. I like that song. I like Hollow Years. Burning My Soul.
Yeah, 3 songs.
It's good. That's it. I don't like those 3 songs.
You don't like that album.
I don't like that album. What's this? This is not an album.
Cleaning Out the Closet.
It's a compilation. Oh, Scenes from Memory. I like every song on here.
So you like that album?
This is one song, but I love this album. Glass Prison I like. Blind Faith is good. The Great Debate is good. And 6 Degrees is really good. So I like 4 of 6.
So you like that album?
Train of Thought. I love As I Am, My Dying Soul, Endless Sacrifice, Honor Thy Father. I don't like that. In the Name of God. So I like 5 out of 6. Root of Evil's good. The Answer Within is good. These Walls are good. I Walk Beside You is amazing. Panic Attack is great. Never Enough. I like this album. I like this album. This is a great song. In the Presence of Enemies, Part 1. Oh, by the way, this is the start of. Remember, I told you they did 12 songs. I think that is that. Oh no. I'm sorry, that's wrong. I lied. I think Honor Thy Endless Sacrifice. I don't know. I have to look it up because they're hidden. They're hidden, but
So like, there's like a continual story.
for 12 songs, starting with the mirror.
Which one's
But the mirror doesn't. That's on an older album, but that doesn't start the 12. That's it. The mirror starts the saga, meaning like this is when he was the drunkest, and he looked in the mirror and realized he had to go through the 12 steps.
Gotcha.
Anyway, systematic chaos, presence of forsaken, constant. Oh, you would. I don't know why you don't like constant motion.
Maybe I need to listen to it again.
The Dark Eternal Night. Oh, so good. Prophecy of War. Great. Presence of Evil. Yeah,
So
both.
basically, you like a good chunk of early Dream Theater, but then like later Dream Theater, you're like, just give me all the albums.
Yeah, this album is amazing.
Black Clouds and several.
Oh my god, every song on this album is so good. So good. This is a good album.
So basically, if you could merge Typo Negative, My Dying Bride, and Dream Theater into one thing, you would create Altanian.
Yeah, probably. I don't know this album, so I can't.
What is it?
Oop.
Oh, you broke something. Dream Theater. What is it?
Dramatic turn of events. I don't know that album, nor do I know this Dream Theater 2013 or the Astonishing. I don't know any of this stuff. Yeah, I don't know any of these albums.
Oh wow.
Oh wait, no, this album I listened to a little bit on Spotify and I liked it.
Oh, so you have some.
But I don't
homework
know
done.
what songs I like. I just liked what I was hearing.
You got some homework done. You got Dream Theater.
I
homework.
like Dream Theater as everything I've heard of Dream Theater. I am a Dream Theater fan.
So you have homework to do.
You have homework to do to listen to good music.
Yeah. Well. No.
Anyway, it's not bad.
Yeah.
We were making fun of lyrics. Who's a band you think has good lyrics?
I don't know at this point. Just because, like, again, when I listen to music,
Yeah.
I'm usually just like
Well, what
Hank-
band do you like listening to? That's not instrumental.
a lot, but again, I'm paying attention more to the guitar work.
I
and
know,
the
yeah, but
lyrics are just
still.
like whatever.
What's a band you go to where you're like, oh man, this band really like I can feel what they're saying. It's not really about the lyrics, but I can feel what they're saying. You just don't want me to read that terrible lyrics.
I'm trying to think.
Oh,
We already went through like Kill Switch Engage and In Flames. In Flames. What the hell is the name of the song? It's on Battles, the album. Here Until Forever, I think it's called.
let me just go. I'll do this. Is this it? Oh no, here it is. Dark lyrics.
In
Okay.
Flames. Keep going. It's one of their later albums. So it's all the way down. Keep going. Keep going.
Jesus.
Go up.
Go up, go down.
Battles.
What do you want?
Here Until Forever.
Here until forever. Here goes. I can't wait to hear your voice again. I'm far from lonely. All right, I'll read it like I care. I can't wait to hear your voice again. I am far from lonely, but without you, I'm a mess. I close my eyes and drift away. I'm wondering what you're doing now. Chorus. When I look at you, I see me. We will always be part of history. Okay. When I look at you, I see me. Here until forever, I will always be me. Mind and soul, we are the same. A hand on your heart. You know I'm here. You are my lighthouse in the dark. I can see you from 1,000 miles. I hope you feel that nothing dies. I am alive in all you touch.
No.
Okay.
You're like, and I'm done.
Okay. What's another song? It's
Again.
It's terrible.
That's pretty terrible.
What else? What else? What's another song you like from them? Let me see.
Crawl Through Knives.
What is it?
My favorite In Flames song is Crawl Through Knives, which is on Come Clarity.
There it is. You said come clarity.
Yeah.
Gimme goo. The black hole forever mine. Period. I need fear. Period. Push me. That's literally. Push me out. Oh, be brave. Show me signs. Should I feel shame for the questions that I have? I mean, really, should I? What is he, Jewish?
Oi.
I was just wondering, should I feel shame?
Oi.
If you could be the things I need, period, I'll crawl through knives an inch per tear. Period. These knees, they bleed for you. Period. Let the color.
That's what she said.
I like how he spoke color. Persuade the hate that you fear. Period. Feed the lie. Period. Force the reason. Period. Leave me in doubt. Period. Need some vacation. No. Period. It's in my hands. Period. The sky is so bright. Period. It's burning. Period. It's for me to decide. Period. In flames. Oh my. Oh, if flames will reach heaven tonight. Period. It's in my hands. Period. Nailed to the floor. No. Period. Paralyzed. No to the floor. No. No. Period. Emotions drifting. No. Period. Touch the new. No. Period. If you could be the things I need, period, I'll crawl through knives an inch per tear, period. These knees, comma, they bleed for you, period. Let the color, weird coloring, spelling, persuade the hate that you fear. This is really good lyrics.
It's totally fantastic.
These are amazing, man. You must listen to this and just be like, this is not helping me right. Do you want to hear Dream Theater lyrics? Because I talk so highly of them.
Not particularly, but let's listen.
Let's listen.
I'm gonna listen to you to tell me the lyrics. Which one are we doing?
Learning to live.
Learning to live.
There was no time for pain, no energy for anger. The sightlessness of hatred slips away. Walking through winter streets alone, he stops and takes a breath with confidence and self-control.
That paints a picture.
It paints a picture. Now you see why I like stories. I look at the world and see no understanding. I'm waiting to find some sense of strength. I'm begging you from the bottom of my heart to show me understanding. I need to live life like some people never will. So find me kindness, find me beauty, find me truth. When temptation brings me to my knees and I lay here drained of strength, show me kindness, show me beauty, show me truth. The way your heart sounds makes all the difference. It's what decides if you'll endure the pain that we all feel. The way your heart beats makes all the difference in learning to live. Here before me is my soul. I'm learning to live. I won't give up till I'm no more to give. Listening to the city, whispering its violence, I set out watching from above. The 90s bring new questions, new solutions to be found. I fell in love to be let down.
Oh, wow. This is old.
Yeah, it's really good.
90s.
Once again, we dance in the crowd. At times, I step away from a common fear that's all spread out. It won't listen to what you say. Once you've touched, you stand alone to face the bitter fight. Once I reached for love, and now I reach for life. Another chance to lift my life free, the sensations in my heart, to ride the wings of dreams into changing horizon. It brings inner peace within my mind. As I'm lifting from where I've split my life, I hear an innocent voice. I hear kindness, beauty, and truth. The way your heart sounds makes all the difference. It's what decides if you'll endure the pain that we all feel. The way your heart beats makes all the difference in learning to live. Spread before you is your soul, so forever hold the dreams within our hearts. Through nature's inflexible grace, I'm learning to live.
That paints a lot of very vivid scenes.
You don't think those are good lyrics?
Those are good lyrics.
It's a good song, right?
I don't like the song.
You don't like this song?
I don't like Dream Theater.
This song is about living with AIDS, like finding out you have AIDS.
Feel like you've told me this in the past.
Yeah. Look at that, man. Whew. That's some deep lyrics, though, you know?
Those are definitely deep lyrics.
You know, and then you got, I need fear. Push me out. Oh, be brave. Show me signs.
Listen, I didn't say they were great lyrics. You asked me to say what songs do I like.
I know. I'm just saying. Temptation, why won't you leave me alone? Lurking every corner, everywhere I go. Self-control, don't turn your back on me now when I need you the most. Constant pressure tests my will or my won't. My self-control escapes from me still. This is Mike Portnoy, I think. Yeah, he wrote this one.
Oh, that's the Mirror?
Yeah, the last one was Myung. He writes really good lyrics.
Young?
Yeah, John Myung, bass player.
Yeah.
Anyway. Everything about them is so good. I don't know how you like this one. Banish me and forever if her touch is lost to me. Let death cover over what I have just become. If I'm to be left alone, then cut my hands from my soul to lay and make love with you in romantic covered sin. I'd kill dark angels and wash my body in their blood.
That is very vivid.
That's a bit, right? It's about him sleeping with his dead wife. Well, she's a ghost though in this,
I mean, that makes sense.
right? There you go.
But if
In
she's
mo-
a ghost, how's her blood?
Don't you want to know?
I mean, kind of. Is it like Ghostbuster rules?
Well,
where,
they're
like,
having sex. He's he's having sex with a ghost in the woods.
Oh.
So he's naked, rubbing up against like broken branches on the floor.
How? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So it goes, in morning sorrow, painted sheets. Yeah, in morning sorrow, painted sheets. Isn't it? It's a good. It's mourning like to mourn someone, but it's also saying in mourning.
It's a double
Yeah,
meaning.
but it's spelt mourning like to mourn. So in morning sorrow, painted sheets of death behind my cries. Through 10 years, I wept away all color that could stray my heart. Grayness peeled from walls of hope. My muse had died that day. Every year which began, I lay a rose before her stead.
Like an actual rose, or like
Like a rose, like a rose.
Because having sex with her.
Here you go. Her smell inspired my senses, teasing memories of past. Shadows moved. I thought her legs passing. Was I falling? Closed to all I see, I can't lift my head from my knees. Was love so frail that in its mist one was left to die?
Ooh.
Right? And then it says, my knees clashed against the ground. Rain, that's the same. Knees clashed against the ground. Rain soaked my essence full. Once warm arms pulled me in. Now I'm left her grave, cold with truth. She's dead, right? And then it's the banish me in forever, right? And then it goes,
dead.
now she's appeared, and they decided to make. He's like, oh, I'll have sex with her, right? So now it now turns into the next part. As I lay alone in darkness, forests blanket over me. Even moonlight seemed to stop right before my face. I felt nothing soothing me, nothing cleansed my whole. Howls died to silence as her ghostly fingers roamed. Come on,
Up the butt.
Tell me that's not a good lyric.
That was a good lyric.
That whole thing, right?
He had a ghost finger up his butt.
Yeah, basically. And then it's could I believe my skin, her fingers upon my tongue? Fabric swayed in windless lust, leaves fell around us. She was my thrall in morbid fantasy, drained my spirit of memory. Take my freedom. That's pretty deep, right?
That is.
You don't care. And then in the final, it ends with, tied to nature's protective cradle, she attacked my every whim. Her spectral kiss, it had begun. Each one felt of the wind. Cleansed of all I thought a sin, my hands flew through my captor. Her embodied dance, shored control, each touch, it felt a poetic lull. And then it repeats that, banish me in forever.
Of course. Oh my God.
Oh, wait, no, it goes, I give into my, oh, no, there's a little bit more. I gave into my dying, I gave into my dying soul, this love was eternal. And then that pre-chorus that I read, where it's my knees clashed against the ground, rain soaked. Now it changes to my back smashed across wet ground. Storms called my essence name. Once warm arms pulled me in. Now I've made love upon her grave.
He did it.
He did it. No,
It's got a lot of very vivid scenery in there.
you don't like these lyrics?
They're very vivid.
You don't like them. Here's one. You like this song. Our path entwined in the written hands of fate. I felt your kiss dancing deep within my soul. Underneath branches and the shadows of the trees, rivers of time swayed and formed before these lives.
It reminds me of Lord of the Rings.
Well, that's what it should. It's because it's gay.
Wait, what?
Anyway, let's read your lyrics. Do you have any songs with lyrics that
I'll
are
pull 'em
out
up right now? You ready?
Do you really?
No.
What do you have? What song did you release on the internet that's out there with lyrics that you wrote? Oh, I know. I know exactly where to go.
Oh, the one that's not Angels on the Battlefield?
It's Angels on the Battlefield.
It is not.
It is.
It's JD McGibney.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I don't believe you.
It's JD McGibney.
I'm better off not believing you than I'm believing you until I find out the truth.
Go ahead.
That's fair, right? Is it under the playlist or is it just? What's the name of it?
Through Your Eyes. Do you have the lyrics in there?
Is that the song? I don't think that's the song I'm
Through
thinking
Your
of.
Eyes. That's the only one that has.
Is that the one you wrote for What's Her Face?
What?
That's not the one you wrote for What's Her Face, right?
No.
All right, let's see. Come, you don't have the words. I mean, the
I know which one you're talking about. There's two then that have lyrics. You're thinking of
yeah, I don't want to hear that. That one's terrible.
yeah, that one's terrible. They're both terrible.
Through Your Eyes.
It's not Through Your Eyes. It's a different one.
Yeah, but this is the one. This isn't the Rachel song.
That is not the Rachel song.
Okay, good. All right, here goes. 17 likes. Oh, JD. Of course you're. Of course we're on your account here, on this computer. All right, here he goes. Did you put the lyrics here?
Did I?
No.
We could just not
Oh
listen
my
to this.
God, does it do anything?
This. It's terrible.
Yeah. All right.
And then JD's about to sing.
Doesn't even sound like you.
It's so weird.
It doesn't sound like you screaming. That sounds like you singing.
That sounds terrible.
Take my heart and set it free. Is that what you're saying? Take my heart and set it free?
That is what I'm singing.
You a homo?
So terrible. Oh God, it burns.
I like how your cuts don't go quick enough.
Yeah.
What did you say? Take the lead. You're reading off of. Is there a paper here?
I'm definitely reading off.
Yeah,
a
I
thing.
just saw that you went like this. Take, and then you look down. Yeah.
What are the lyrics here?
Really? I don't know.
I don't remember what I'm saying.
I love you trying to hide the fact that you're reading something, but there's a thermos over here and some TV from 1903. Oh, and look at that. There's a. Oh my
Look at
God.
that.
1 second.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, John, before you talk, we're doing our podcast.
Oh, no problem. I can call you back.
Yeah, you want to say hi to everyone? You want to give them your spiel?
I can say hello.
Yeah, say hello to the audience.
Hello, audience. You're listening to an extremely talented individual, Mr. Thomas Beleza, as far as anything with video, audio, graphics, website design. Listen to him. He knows what he's talking about.
I really appreciate that, John. I thought you were going to talk about my porn career, but I appreciate going the other route.
Well, there you go. You can talk about the legitimate money. You can talk about the money under the table. You can talk about all different things. The man's got multiple skills.
Yeah, OnlyFans all the way. That's what I'm saying. Is this why you're calling? You want to talk about the arrangement we have for OnlyFans? I don't know what's going on.
You know, if you start publicizing that OnlyFans on Instagram, they get very angry with you. Don't do that.
Yeah, I know. They keep blocking my account. My OnlyFans is just me dressing up my dog. I don't into weird outfits. That's all it is.
Well, there's some people that's into that. There are some folk that, there's nothing that gets them going quite like a dog in a tutu.
Yeah, I mean, I had one person, JD, had purchased the OnlyFans account so he could look at my dog, and I was like, "You help me with the photos."
I like dogs better than I like people, but not for that reason at all. But OnlyFans is something you sort of keep sort of on the down low.
Yeah, of course.
OnlyFans on the down low.
Yeah. We don't talk. There is no OnlyFans. Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge, say no more.
Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more.
You guys crack me up. All right, give me a buzz when you're done with your podcast. Make it an awesome podcast, and listen to this dude when it comes to anything with video, audio, graphics, website stuff. He is the man.
Thank you, John, for that beautiful shout out.
Goodbye.
Bye. That was the one and only John Bastow, right?
John Bastow, everybody.
He was the Fitness Made Simple, right?
He wasn't Fitness Made Simple. He
But
still is Fitness.
He
Made
still
Simple.
is, but he doesn't want to be known for just fitness because he does have other expertise. He's a motivational speaker. He's helps people find their personal inspiration, like within them, and like how to do it to be successful. So he says some pretty cool things.
He helps get people to make their first step.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean we're going to stop listening to this. So
I thought we had a distraction. It's about the guitar anyway.
what is this, right? What's he saying? Did you say
Bring you home.
Oh, I thought you were saying make me ho. Make Make me whole. Make me whole.
And I just automatically turned it to James Hetfield.
Get down on your knees. Ho. Is this your hooker song?
It is.
I wonder if the audience can actually hear what we're listening to.
That's a good question. Can they?
I don't know. We don't.
Oh,
This song's 3 minutes.
yeah.
Oh Jesus! My
God.
hasn't let
And
me
there I am, singing
free.
again.
Is that right, the frog?
Because
Why are you looking up in this video?
it feels so awkward singing.
Are you holding your cock? It looks like you filmed that once and just used it again.
I did not film it once. I literally used
You're doing the same thing. Oh wait, what's
uh.
going on? It was something cool's going on.
dynamic shift.
I don't hear anything going on. That's not a dynamic change. Why?
Why is that not a dynamic?
Because the loudness of what came before it took away the change, and it just became a. You faded in, so you lost not only the pattern throughout, but the dynamic change. You distracted from the change. Okay? This is great. How do I give this a down vote here? All right. You do that solo in almost every song, you know that, right?
You mean do the
Yeah,
the sweep?
you do like a.
Or like sweeping?
I know, but you do the same sweep. You know, like you can change it up,
I can.
please. He was like, "Hey, am I doing the solos?" And I said, "No, you're not doing the solos in my songs." You sure? Yep. But I'm doing the lead guitar. No, you're not. You're playing the second guitar.
I thought I'm learning both guitars and I'm playing both.
Yeah, I'm just
guitars.
saying. When you said lead, though, there is you are not doing lead. You're just playing. You know what I'm saying? Like
guitar too.
yeah, this is a guitar one and guitar two. I don't have a rhythm and a lead. I have lead parts.
But there is no
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah, because you know, live, whoever wants to play it plays it. What do I care? As long as it sounds exactly how I. Ooh, yeah. We hear this, but I wonder if they hear it.
I
I don't know. I hope they do.
hope not.
It just looks like we're just sitting here.
And then you're sitting.
Look at this face you're making.
God. And we could stop listening to this now. We're done. And done. D-U-N. Done.
If you like these stairs
Oh, look.
and my off-colored walls in the background, one's green, one's blue, and this one's orange.
Oh, God.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at
So what are you saying in this song?
Words.
Don't you have lyrics anywhere?
No, not there.
I'm gonna have to find lyrics and make fun of it. I mean, to talk about that next week. Who's this? Love it.
Who is it?
Ashley Lynn.
I don't know who Ashley Lynn
Let's
is.
see who that is. It's this girl. Oh, she smokes the weed.
Oh, look, she does.
Let's see. Let's look at her in the zone.
She's in the zone.
The video's called In the Zone.
Auto zone.
Let's see what's going on. She broke her. Did you break her wrist?
No, she's in Lincoln Park, though.
She is. Yeah. She must be high. Let's see. Oh yeah.
All
right, I don't know what's going on.
So, Thousand Suns, I think.
All right, we're gonna move on. Okay, so what's
Oh,
the
that's the other one that has lyrics.
which one? This one?
Yeah.
That's all right. Our ballad of today. That's a good title too, and it just gets ruined. Ugh. What a waste of a title. I mean, this. Hey, Nick. Niminim.
This is not me singing, by the way.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Za doom ba da da boom ba. That's what you need.
Boom,
Why is the bass not playing?
Boom.
The bass needs to go boom dum ba da da boom dum da ba da boom da da ba boom ba da boom dum ba da da boom dum da boom. This ain't the version that I recorded, right?
This is not. This is the original one.
Because I did. I think I did something like that.
Yeah.
Dum 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 da
This
da da.
is the one I did on my phone.
Oh, Jesus.
The one that we did. I was learning how to.
You know you sing better than this, right?
I disagree.
No, you definitely sing better. You don't sound like Kermit the Frog. Miss Piggy loves me so hard. Oh, yeah. Do you have lyrics on this one?
Do I?
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, pattern interrupt. Or oh wait. Must we go? I don't know what he's saying. Oh, sacrifice us both for this our ballad of today. Will leave us on our own. See, you got to let the vocals move around the music. He's singing with the music, so it's just like playing another guitar over it. You got to make him, you
got to have some more. It's got to flow in and out, not
the
just do
the
same
vocals
thing.
need to do something. So now he's gonna just play, right? If I remember, he's just gonna go quick. My heart is torn on what to do, right? So instead of my heart is torn on what to do, something, like, not that would be it,
but go in and out.
Yeah, you're making. Yeah, you could even go. My heart is torn on what to do, because that little beat, that little pause, right?
Mhm.
But it starts. My heart is torn on what to do. Until this point, I've lived for you. Not that his vocals are bad, but what I'm saying is, vocals are supposed to do something very important.
Move everything.
Yeah, because they are the voicing.
Literally.
Yeah. Let's see if he does it. If we repeat,
it just repeats.
Until this point, I've lived for you. Yes, and if I live now, who's to say? Right? And
gather away.
And it's of your choice, for here our innocence will fade. Let no passion pass us by.
Sacrifice us.
Sounds
both.
like he's not even saying it. For this our bound. Leave us on our own. Solo.
Meow, meow.
I like that you JD writes at the bottom, through a stylish and witty deliverance of music and adventure, I aim to no, you're not talking about this song.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
God.
No.
Dude, like,
no.
Do you know what I'm saying though? Like vocally, like he's not doing anything. Listen to your heart, my dear, and it will guide the way. Like, I know he's doing note changes, but regardless of your
no
choice from here, her innocence will fade. Right? This is where you can, like, listen to your heart, listen to your heart, my dear, and it will guide the way. There's that pause, that beat, that breath, but you're now there's emotion, right? Regardless of your choice, from here our innocence will fade. Even though the rhythm is the guitars are doing that, but it's like when you're soloing, you don't solo it. Like if it's you don't do the solo, right? Because that's really just a lick then, right?
It would just be a lick.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you need to.
So he's just
I'm not a good
lick.
singer, but I'm just trying to show.
You're just saying he's doing a vocal lick.
He's not even doing a lick. He's doing rhythm actually. Because I like this. Oh. He's going. Listen to your heart, my dear, and it will guide the way. Rivers on this of your choice from here on. Like it's just. He's just. He's literally. So what is he doing? He's just playing the rhythm.
That makes sense.
I'm not making fun of it.
I know you're pointing out. You're breaking it down.
Yeah, I'm breaking it.
Educate.
Yeah. If I was a producer
this
on
stuff
this,
up.
yeah, I don't. If I was a producer, I would have literally been like, "Can you do that again, but with heart?" Right? And they'd be like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, "It means we got to get a new singer." And he'll be like, why did you say that? Because you don't know what singing with heart means.
Wah, wah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that's what he would say. I'm saying in this.
That's what
situation,
you would
That's what I, as a producer,
That's what you would
I
say.
wouldn't have dealt with anything past that moment.
You'd been like,
Because I like, why did you bring this person in? They don't know how to sing, right? But this is what a producer does that makes a producer great. Do that again, but you need to do something else because that's not working. And then if the person says, no, I like what I'm doing, then the producer goes, then I can't produce this. And they go, why not? You're not good enough to produce this? No, you're not listening to me produce it.
ba-dum-tsh.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
Like I would have to say, do this. That's the producing. It literally is the producing part.
Yeah,
Move
because you're literally coming in as the outside
Yeah.
person, the outside opinion to be like, oh, do this thing.
That's why I don't like working with bands because they'll be like, you gotta put it a pattern interrupt somewhere. No, we like it how it is. Well, then I can't produce. Why not? Because you won't let me produce. If you at least just try what I tell you to do, it's gonna be a better song. No, it won't. We like what we did. All right.
Well, never mind. Bye.
What makes a really good producer is someone that hears that it is not a good song, and they're able to make it a good song. But like musicians don't always know they're writing good stuff or bad stuff. They just like what they write.
Because they're emotionally invested into the thing that they're making.
Yeah, you know, you ever hear a song on an album, you're just like, where did this come from? This is terrible. Like it's like a really great song, and then the next song is like, did they even record this? You know what I'm saying? Like this is terrible, and it's
like
because
there's like an album or like one song is like really good. It's like the first song, and everything else is like this is terrible.
Yeah, because that was the song they wrote, and then they needed more songs to put the album out, which is not an uncommon thing. Black Sabbath had to do that with Paranoid. It just happened to be just a catchy song. But Paranoid was a song where they're like, we need another song.
And they wrote that in like 5 seconds.
And then they named the album Paranoid, which is even funnier. But yeah, vocals, a vocalist is not supposed to follow the rhythm or just be like a lick. They're supposed to create an actual voicing. In fact, their vocals should influence the chords.
Which makes sense.
Should make a movement, right? Because you're playing a note, which adds to the notes that are playing. Because even if you're playing a power chord, that's two notes, right? The root and the fifth, right? Or if you had the octave, but it's power chord. Right? That would be you're just playing a power five. Let's just say P5, okay? You're playing a root and the five, right? I don't want anyone to get nervous out there. And
I'm terrified.
And what you do is now I can sing the third if I want.
Ooh.
Right? And that makes a major chord.
It does.
Right? Or I could sing a minor third, which makes a minor chord. Or I can sing an augmented fifth and turn it into a dissonant.
Ooh.
Which would be augmented if that fifth didn't exist though. Because there's a fifth, it turns into a dissonant. It would be augmented because an augmentation is taking the fifth and sharp. And
you could also like you could add like a sixth or a seventh on there.
But that wouldn't make it dissonant.
It wouldn't. But I'm saying you could
a sixth might.
What I'm saying is you could
seventh wouldn't.
You could change it. You could change the chord by singing the sixth.
Yeah. Yeah, you could play in that range, but anyways, but what I'm saying is, at a crossroad here we stand.
Sing a diminished third.
Together march us hand. No, this isn't about singing a new note. This is about creating movement. There's no movement. What I'm saying is there's no movement the way the vocals are in the song. Because it's just, but here we have a choice to make. Must we go our separate way? There's nothing happening. Right? Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Right? Because he just sings the line.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ooh, the bass. But here did he, you're never gonna not hear that now. But did you hear it? He goes, but I'm sorry, whoever this is for singing. That's
sorry, Eli.
But oh wait, no, Do you hear it? This is it again.
I gotta go.
Listen to your heart, my dear. These aren't bad lyrics, though. At a crossroad, here we stand, together marched us hand in hand. All right, well, that's bad, but why is that bad, though?
What was the lyric?
Stand in hand, you were trying to rhyme.
Oh yeah.
But here we have a choice to make. Must we go our separate ways? That's not a bad lyric. At a crossroads, here we stand, marching hand in
Together marched us hand in hand.
together. No, I'm trying to think of a better lyric.
Oh.
Calm down, buddy. I know what it says.
You don't get your glasses on.
At
Just
a
gotta double check.
crossroads, here we stand. What is your purpose of this verse?
What are lyrics?
You just told me. At a crossroads,
Oh,
here we
basically,
stand.
the whole
together.
purpose is that these two sisters.
Oh, they're sisters. Okay, so
They're
they're not
sisters.
lovers. All right, I have to
so-
change the line I was going to
so
use.
the sisters have basically they're young. One's getting ready to go off to college. One's
Yeah.
a little bit younger, and like they have an abusive father.
Wait, how are they holding hand in hand?
So basically, they've been going through everything together, and
Okay.
the older sister has been looking out and taking the brunt of the abuse from the father to defend the younger sister. And at this point, the older sister has an opportunity to get basically a free ride to a really good school and get like a really good education. And she's debating: do I go and take this education, or do I stay here with my sister to make sure she doesn't get like
Oh, yeah.
beaten? That's the context.
None of that's in this. None of that's in this.
I
Listen
know.
to my heart, my dear. We will guide you regardless of none of that's in this.
That is not in there.
Why not? That would be a good song.
I don't want to be too direct with the story.
You don't have to be direct, but the subcontext isn't even there. I thought, first of all, I thought these were like lovers. That's what I thought. But here we have a choice to make. Must we go our separate ways? That's saying that in the this is what I'm reading.
Mhm.
The relationship, they're just like, can we work through what we've been through? Can you? We're at a crossroad, because crossroad automatically means we have to make a choice. So we're either going to continue on the way we've been doing, or we're going to change it up. And if we change it up, the change up is going to be we're going to go our separate ways.
Mhm.
So whatever it is, why are we at a crossroads? Well, the only way we're here is because something needs to change, right?
Correct.
But that has nothing to me. That's his lovers, though. The way you wrote it, it's not inferring sister,
I know.
but it's also not inferring that they came from a troubled past.
I am aware.
Oh, okay, all right.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be vague because I didn't want it to be too direct into what was going on with the story, because I didn't want
Yeah.
it to be too obvious. So I made it specifically.
Yeah, but you can do that. You can still do that, but you can add those elements. You know what I'm saying? Without being like, you don't have to say, your father beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Twice.
you don't have to say that, but you can infer it even in like a sly way, like, but again, the way I don't know, it doesn't matter. Who cares? The song is done. I'm just saying.
I know you just said.
There's only really 2 verses, right? Because these are choruses.
Yeah, it's only 2 verses.
My heart is torn on what to do. Until this point, I've lived for you, lovers. And if I leave now, who's to say your life will see another day? So you might kill yourself if I leave.
It could definitely be inferred that way. Yes.
But because it's lovers, that's where it goes.
Interesting. Also, let's analyze the chorus then, because the way I was envisioning it, the verse is where the older sister talking to the younger sister, and the chorus is the younger sister talking to the older sister.
Okay. So listen to your heart, my dear, and it will guide you the way. That's a love interest.
Will guide the way.
My dear is a love interest. Okay. So listen to your heart. So it's romantic or intimate. But I know what you're saying. Like, listen to your, like, whatever you're telling yourself to do, you should follow that. But my dear is a sense of intimacy, and it will guide the way. So trust in yourself. That's what that line is saying.
Yes.
But it's somebody based on the first verse, it's inferring that this is somebody who's in an intimate relationship. So the sisters could be, I don't know, they could be fucking.
I mean, weirder shit has happened.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Regardless of your choice from here, our innocence will fade. That's saying that if they continue on, their innocence will fade. If they leave, because you just told me they were raped by their father and beat up by the father, right?
They were beat up.
Right? But it's not saying, it's saying if you stay in this relationship, it's going to be bad. And if you leave, it's going to, I mean, if you stay in this relationship, who you were is going to be gone. And if you leave this relationship, who you were is going to be gone. But it's not saying anything of substance, is what I'm saying. Like, you're not adding to the story.
It's not, the context is not
being, yeah, you're just saying, you got to make a choice. But if you don't make that choice, we have to go our separate ways. But if you don't make a choice, or if you make a choice, you're still gonna be shitty,
Yeah, basically, it's highlighting that it's a terrible situation because it's like she either.
Well, there is no terrible. That's what I'm saying. You're not suggesting there is a terrible, because at first you're saying regardless of your choice, from here our innocence will fade. You know what I'm saying?
So no matter what happens,
the relationship,
it's whatever decision you make is a terrible decision.
Yeah, but that's not about everything that had come before. We're just talking about the choice, right? So, and then to let your passion pass us by would sacrifice us both. That is very much a relationship, like, because to let your passion, passion. It says you though.
Oh,
to let you passion pass us by.
It's a typo.
That's probably why I was like, I don't think he's saying the right word, like, because I'm like trying to sing to let you passion. Anyway,
to let your passion pass us by.
That has, you know what I'm saying, like, narratively that doesn't make sense to the point beforehand. Usually, if there's 4 lines, the first 2 lines is a complete narrative, and then the second 2 lines is how they're affected by that narrative.
Interesting.
Right? If it's 3 lines, then the first line is the narrative. The second line is what happens because
what they did, how they did it.
Yes. yes. Okay. So
I see what you're doing here.
For this, our ballad of today will leave us on our own. So now you're saying even together they're on their own. Because you're saying for this, our ballad of today will leave us on our own. So there is no choice. If they go their separate ways or they stay, they're still on their own. That's what that line means. As a student of words.
As a student of the words.
Yeah. But you're not saying anything of substance. And I'm not saying that to insult you. I'm saying that what you told me as a story
that is not in there.
Is not in this. To me is
2 lovers.
Yeah, so at a crossroad here we stand together, march us hand in hand, right? So we made it this far in this relationship.
Yep.
But here we have a choice to make. Must we go? So do we keep on going with the relationship we have?
Or do we make a change?
Or do we just go our separate ways, right? Because if we stay here, well, actually, it's not even inferring bad yet. It's just saying, do we want to stay together or do we want to separate? Mm-hmm. And then this next part is one of the lovers is saying, hey, listen to your heart. It'll guide you, right? Regardless of your choice from here, our innocence will be fade. Meaning whatever they went through together in their relationship, which is the lovers, right? It's going to affect their future. However, one of them is saying, I don't really want to be in this relationship, but I'm going to let you choose to leave. That's what that line is. Because listen to your heart. It will guide you, So really, I'm making a joke there, but really it's like, all right, we're here at this crossroad. We had a relationship. It led us to this point. If you want to leave, you can leave. I'll support that. Right. But again, it's talking about a relationship. You're not talking about the other stuff. You're just talking about their relationship. That's it so far. To let your passion pass us by would sacrifice us both. So it's saying,
we'll have to go back and fix that typo.
It's so what you're saying in that line is, look, whatever you want to do, you should do it. That's what the first line is. The second line is, regardless of the choice you make, you've already changed into a different person. However, if you choose your heart and you let your passion pass us by, it would sacrifice us both.
What's the line?
So to let your passion pass us by would sacrifice both. So if you don't choose to go for your passion, it would ruin us both.
Yes.
This is still about the relationship. So the first line is, why don't you should follow your heart and go. The second line is, we're already fucked up from what we went through anyway. Or, and then the third line is, I know I said you should choose what your heart feels to go, but I'm just going to say, I don't mean to stonewall you, but if you stay, it'll fuck us both up. For this, our ballad of today will leave us on our own. Meaning, if you stay, I'm going to be miserable, and you're going to be miserable in this relationship. That's what you wrote. I always thought it was about that. All right, let's keep moving on. So you're saying the verse is the older sister.
Verses are the older sister. Chorus is the younger sister.
Is the younger sister that's having sex with the older sister.
Yep.
My heart is torn on what to do, so she's an idiot.
Yes. So this is the older sister again.
The older sister is an idiot. So you're saying I should let my heart choose, and no matter what, we're still messed up. However, you're inferring I should leave because you don't want me around because it'll mess us up. It'll continue to make us horrible. But I'm torn. I'm torn. I want us to be horrible together. That's what that line means. Until this point, I've lived for you. This is totally a relationship.
Okay, continue.
Okay. And if I leave now, who's to say your life will see another day? I know what you're saying based on what you told me outside of this is the father beats them. But what you're saying is, can you handle me not being here? Even though the girl literally said in the chorus, you should keep going. Let your passion, take that passion to the next level. Don't stay here because it'll literally ruin us both. And she's like, I don't know. Will you be the same if I leave? No, that's why I want you to leave. So I can grow.
Can you do me a favor and
What?
just I'll give you the instrument track and you just do the lyrics. You just do the subcontext.
Dude, I always wanted to do that with comedy where the joke was that I was in the audience and I was explaining the joke that the comedian said, but we were in on it. And oh, that's right. Okay, so what you're saying is because they were Mexican and we would get the audience to hate me, but that would be
That'd be really funny. You're where all innocence will fear. But
I don't even know what he's doing. Up today will leave us on our own.
And then you have the JD layered vocals in the background.
What?
You have the JD layered vocals in the background.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, that's probably why it's out of key, because he's not singing in key. He's definitely not in key.
Really?
Yeah. You hear that bass? He's not in key. It sounds like he's in key. I'm telling you, he's not in key.
I trust you.
He's not singing where he needs to be in the song. If you're going to sing it as drone as a dead leper. Hey, could you sing this with passion? Yeah, sure. At a crossroad, here we stand. Touch it together. Can we do that again? Together, marching us hand in hand.
I mean, to be fair, I did scratch tracks, so he's literally just copying what I had given him as
Well, why? He's a singer.
He's not a singer.
Yes, I know that. I am aware of that. I don't know why.
Mean, he is a singer, but he's more a guitar player than a singer.
Yeah, I hear you. Just like you're more of a guitar player than a singer.
I'm
so two non-singers. We're like, hey, do this. And he's like, yeah, bro. I got this. Dude, that's rock. the next line. You gotta put your hand in- Oh,
that's pretty
that is not out of key. Keep going. But hearing heritage for me. By the way, I like this kid. I'm just saying.
Eli's pretty awesome,
Eli is awesome.
and he's a fantastic guitar player.
Yeah, definitely. Let's bring some value building into this because we need that. So you're saying he's not confident enough to believe that it doesn't matter. So we have to build up his value so he feels better.
I mean, he feels confident enough to,
No, I
have
mean,
done this.
for us making fun, we got to say no. But look,
I personally,
he is an amazing guitarist, though, guys. Basically, you're saying he's not that good singer, but
I happen
he
to like how he
is
sings.
an amazing. Do you think he's a better singer than a guitarist?
I do not.
Do you think he's a novice singer compared to his expert guitar skills?
I would say yes.
So you're saying he's not a good singer?
I'm saying I enjoyed what he did on the song.
Oh, again, there are lots of songs I enjoy that are not good. I don't think that's what I'm asking you, JD. JD's having a cognitive dissonant moment right now. See?
What?
You're having a cognitive dissonant moment right now.
How so?
Because you are avoiding the actual matter of the conversation to build value.
All right. So then, what is the question you want to ask me?
He's not a good singer, right?
I think he's a good singer.
You just admitted he was not a good singer by saying he was a novice in comparison to his guitar
That
playing.
is not saying that he is a bad singer. I'm not saying he's James LeBrie.
What do you? Who would you compare him to? Paul what's his name from Iron Man?
No, definitely better than that guy.
Oh, yeah, so that guy's bad.
Yes.
What's this guy's name?
Eli Santana.
Where's this? How come he's not on here? Oh, here we go. All right, let's see. Doing it to yourself.
Oh dear God.
You had a chance, but now we got to prove. Is this him singing Holy Grail?
He does not sing in those bands. I don't think he has.
Is this him?
Is that him?
Let's see. Let's see.
Anything with him singing, I don't think has been recorded. That's not him.
Wait, it's because he's Spanish. Is this him?
That's him.
That's him.
That's him. That's Eli.
Is that the guy from Satan?
Alien Satan.
Yeah.
Yes, that's him. That's Alien Satan is him singing.
He's
But-
singing an Alien Satan.
Yes,
All right, we're gonna check that out.
but I don't think there's anything. Oh, there he is.
That's just aliens. Okay.
It's them playing.
Aliens. How come there's no? This was Satan.
Satan.
The one.
Yeah, all this History Channel stuff.
Is it one word?
No, it's two.
Is this it? Alien Satan. Here we go.
There we go.
All right, you're saying he's a
Wait,
good
is that
singer.
me?
Now he's interested. Who play it?
No, that's not me. No,
He's not a good singer. What would you define as a good singer? And you can't say this,
people better than me.
but you're very good at singing.
I don't think so.
I didn't say you were a good singer. I said you're good at singing.
I don't agree.
I'm telling you, you are, though.
I trust your opinion, but I don't agree.
All right. So what do you think is a good singer?
Someone that can
Like, define it.
hit the notes within the song
Okay. Consistently
consistently.
and has control over their like timbre.
Yes.
All right. So he's not fitting that scale in this song.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's a bad singer.
You're saying he's not a good singer.
Yeah, there's a difference. I'm not saying he's a bad singer because he can sing. Like, I hear him hitting notes. But I think you're saying he's a good singer. Like, he's a good singer.
I'm not saying that he is, operatically trained. I'm not saying that.
Well, operatically trained, that's a whole other skill level.
Yeah, that would be a good singer.
No, that wouldn't. That'd be an amazing singer who has control over their voice.
But at the bare minimum, they would have to be good.
So you're saying if you put him next to Dio, he's not good.
He is not as good as Dio.
So he's not good next to Dio.
Correct.
Well, I want to
He
hear
is
you
not
say it.
good next to Dio.
Okay, I just want to hear it. All right. He's trying to do this. See what you're
God.
doing, though? You see what you're doing? You're trying to create by answering it how it should be answered, you're not doing it, even though you believe it. So it's that is cognitive dissonance. That's why I'm pushing it on you, because I know what the truth is, only because of your behavior. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Like I personally do not feel you believe he is a good singer,
I do
but
not.
you believe he is good at singing.
Yes, I'll agree to that. He is good at singing.
All right. So what isn't he good at? What is?
He is not a good singer,
All right.
but he is good at singing.
But everything you were saying was to the contrary of that agreement.
Well, we have reestablished what a good singer is in context of this
He's not
conversation.
Dio.
He is not Dio.
No, but I agree he is good at singing, but I don't think he is a good singer. So we agree with that?
We agree with that.
All right. Do you see? It was easy to get there.
It was very easy to get
We
there.
didn't have. We could have just did that in the beginning.
Oh, God.
Why? What was difficult about it in the beginning?
Because a good singer to me is someone that I enjoy listening to them sing.
All right. All right. So what you're saying is a bad song is good because you like it. Is that would be the equation to what you just said?
That would be the equation, yes.
So what you're saying is you're not a good judge of what is good and bad then. And why is that? Because you're not rating it on good or bad. You're rating it on if you like it or don't like it.
Correct.
All right. So when we talk from now on in this show, it's not about if you like it or don't like it.
It is whether or not it is good or not good.
Or not good, which is based on data. Like you can't be like, that song is great. And be like, it's the Ramones. It's terrible.
I mean, it is pretty terrible.
Right? And then you're like, but I like it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
again, it can't be it is good or bad. It is
no, it can't be good or bad.
No, my opinion.
Oh,
not
yeah,
be
yeah,
good
yeah.
or bad. It is I like it or I don't like it.
Yeah, but when we're talking about good or bad, it can't be I like it though. Like if I go,
Correct.
that's a bad song,
And be like,
and you go, but I like it. That is not what we're talking about. And that is cognizant dissonance. Why?
because it is what is being said and what is being thought are two different things.
You're avoiding the conversation in that situation, and you're trying to let the perception of your value in the conversation still shine as positive. Yes, the song is bad. Yeah, but I like the song.
That is a different question.
Yeah, but
Altogether.
what I'm saying is you're trying to maintain your value. I like that song. It can't be bad. That's what you're doing.
Which is not the case.
What?
That is what I'm doing, but that would be what I was doing, but what was being said is not true in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like but what I'm saying is the cognitive dissonance is that your value is being judged by me saying a song or a singer is bad, but it can't be
because
I like
being
it.
Judged.
What?
But my value is not being judged.
But the way you were responding to it is that you felt, even though you may not know it, you felt your value was being judged. Therefore, you were answering it differently to make sense of your value. That's how cognitive dissonance works.
I learned something today.
You didn't? Do you know? You know what I'm saying?
Now I do.
Like if I go, he's not a good singer, and you go, but I like his voice. That's not you.
That's not sticking to the conversation.
Yeah, that's you just trying. Well, he can't be a bad singer. I like his voice. That's what you're saying. But that can't be a true statement. Why?
Because it doesn't matter whether or not something's good or bad.
Yeah, you could like eating crap all day. It doesn't mean it's healthy for you. But you can't be like, yeah, but I love eating crap.
Weirdo.
You know, like you drink, I don't drink. Right? And if I go, drinking is bad, and you go, yeah, but I like drinking. What's that have to do with it?
It has nothing to do with the fact that it's bad.
No, it has nothing to do with I think it's bad.
I mean, it definitely does do, damage to your kidneys and your liver.
If I had one. It does damage in great quantities, but it doesn't necessarily mean that what I said was also a bad statement because it's an absolute. Alcohol is bad, but it's not true.
It is an inanimate object and therefore cannot be bad.
No. Alcohol is only bad with blank, blank, blank information. If I drink it all the time, alcohol is going to be bad. If I drink a glass of wine, that might not be bad. That's why it's not a proper thought.
It makes sense.
Absolutes are not proper thoughts, and the reason is because they aren't solutions. Like red is the greatest color ever. Impossible. Why is that impossible? There's no data. I'm just stating red is the best color in the world. Why? Because I like red.
What if Altanian came out of nowhere and was like, red is the greatest color ever?
We would have to believe it because he has the data.
He is also the god of existence.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with it. He is aware of the information that's necessary to make that statement true. And Telmorn can't lie. One, because he literally has no need to defend his value. Like he doesn't have to make up, to justify what kind of happened. Like I was like, I didn't know the whole world was gonna blow up. I thought maybe Cincinnati. No, he's like, I'm starting it over. In fact, he probably wouldn't even say that because I'd be like, why did you destroy the world? I don't ever have to answer to you. You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't even have to answer it, but he also wouldn't have to lie.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
So according to him, red is the best color.
Red is not the best color.
No.
All right.
What do you want for dinner?
It's purple. It's almost 7:00, man. We got to go.
We definitely got
This episode has been 3.5 hours of me trying to prove to you that your friend was not a good singer. And you going, he is a good singer because I like it. Next week, I'm going to just say everything is bad and see how many times JD goes, nah, I like it, though. Even though we literally had this conversation going, it's not about if we like something. It's about is it good or bad. Is that fair?
That's fair.
So next week's show is going to be
good versus
do
bad.
As I say, don't do as I do.
The bad
JD.
The bad edition.
The bad edition. Anyway, I hope you learned something today because I didn't. All right. Let's have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, should we give away? By the way, you can find me on all of these social medias. There's a _/backwards forward Tom HOP 347. That's Twitter. Instagram is TJB _/127.
We got an even better idea. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Go to BBRProductions.com.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to check out JD's music, go to makearightlefthehere.com. And if you want to check out my band, Altanian, you can check out makearightlefthehere.com. It's weird. You can find both of us there, which is because my information's there, too.
It's so weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
So what you're saying...